The cold once again greets each of you as travel continues. Though this time the fog is absent. You can hear distant thunderings. This morning's journey is quicker. You can see miles in every direction, so you're more present and more aware of your surroundings and whether or not there's any threats nearby. But this day is filled with silence, minus the creaking of the wheels, the footsteps of the horses and yourselves. We focus in on the one that's pulling the cart, or at least reining the carriage horse. I believe that would be Roila. What is Roila doing right now?
Roila is steering, but there's this emptiness in his eyes, and this kind of stone face, and it's not even one of those moments where you're like in that like free focus of just going along with the ride. He is stewing in every single emotion, so every single second just feels excruciating. And it just feels like this ride is going even slower than any other day.
Where's Ilora?
I think if Roila's in the driver's seat, Ilora has her back to him, directly behind him. So they kind of look like mirror opposites as she's kind of hunched over writing. And as empty as Roila's kind of expression and eyes are, that's how full of life and hope and excitement that Ilora's is in this moment.
There's a lot that's happened between the night before and this moment. A full night resting, or maybe not. The morning, quite a few hours of travel. And as we focus back onto Ilora, we pull back to the night before, where each of you are standing just outside of the barn. At the end of this battle with the few little blighters that were inside that barn. And at the end of it, we see Roila and Ilora. What happens that night? Why does this night bring us to the place that we are during the travel?
I don't know where this conversation would take place, but Ilora would have come to you while everybody's settling down for rest of some sort, with like a really, you can tell that she is excited, but she's not bubbly or over talkative, but she is coming to you with a very strong energy in this moment that only kind of mutes itself when she sees your expression and feels your emotions radiating.
I think Roila is trying to secure the farm. So I think he's taking the tractor and pushing it against the front gate so that nothing can try to barge its way through after all the noise that's happened tonight.
Yeah. Without asking for permission, she just kind of joins you and starts pushing as well, to make it go a little faster.
I've got it.
I know.
And he just pushes it and just kind of slams it into the gate.
Can we talk about what happened today?
Talk? Talk about what? All you always do what you want. No matter what the suggestion, even when I try to be as agreeable as possible, I hear you out, I hear where you're coming from, and then again and again I am undermined. Every single time I'm just trying to keep everyone safe.
So was I. If I'd brought you all with me,
Really?
any one of you could have been hurt.
So you were trying to keep everyone safe when you snuck away?
Yes, of course.
And you were trying to keep everyone safe when you were trying to sneak away again to try to get the hand?
They were all dead. It wasn't about safety. I just wanted
It was
the hand.
about safety because of the noise we made.
I see. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to undermine you because I don't see you as my boss. You're my brother.
Would that make a difference?
Of course, we work together. I
Do
keep
we?
you safe, you keep me safe, everyone's safe. What?
That's what I always do. I always keep you safe. I always have to clean up after your messes. I always have to make sure that you're the one not getting hurt. And now I have Snatch to deal with as well.
You resent that, do you?
Resent what?
You know, Crucible told me today something that I thought was very interesting. Something that I think you should listen to because you've clearly been so agreeable in listening to everyone and their opinions. I do believe Crucible was right. I think you and I have both let someone else write our stories, brother. If you do not wish to keep us safe, if you do not wish to work this hard to protect us, then do something else. I only
Then why
asked
don't you do something else?
Because I want to be here.
You want to be here? You still want to try to be their savior? You still want to try to find a cure?
Yes. And you don't. Is that it?
No. Because there are people who actually need us.
Then go to them.
You don't even know what I've done. What I've sacrificed for you.
Have I ever asked you to?
No.
Then why are you mad at me?
My entire life is protecting you.
No.
From the moment I was born, it was
No.
protecting you for you to
Roila.
chase this dream.
That is
for you
not
to chase.
true!
It won't work! There is no cure. It won't work. There is no cure. You are not special. I am not special. There is nothing we can say or do that can change these circumstances.
I will pray for you. And your foolishness. And your lack of hope.
Pray to who? To the same God they made us worship.
The God exists whether or
The
not
same,
they made
the
us.
same God that they
Roila.
pray to.
Yes, of course.
As it all fell apart.
Yes.
Where is the deliverance? Where is the deliverance
I saw it
from this
today.
plague?
I
Where is
saw
it?
it.
You saw it.
In his eyes, in his face.
Sure,
It is here.
sure.
You must not lash out like this. We will need each other to do this right.
My entire life.
That is not the story that I wrote for you. Look who's holding the fucking pin, Roila. I'm gonna walk away.
Does your story include the fire?
I walk away.
Do you know how many of them I had to kill to make sure you escaped?
You see the back of her fading as she continues towards the cabin.
We focus on Roila for just a moment. Then we fade back to the current day. The day of travel. The one where the two of you are not speaking, keeping distance. The cold hits each of you the same. We focus then on Crucible. Where's Crucible now?
I assume I was a little bit late. I assume we're all walking with the cart to some...
Correct, yes.
extent?
The cart is moving. Travel is happening the night before behind you. And just the lingering effects of what was said and done.
I think she's probably lingering a bit back from the cart. Eyes tired but wary, bouncing back and forth between her companions, making sure everyone is here and accounted for to an alarming degree, to almost an obsessive degree of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, going around and around like they're counting kids in a class, making sure we're all getting from one place to another. Not speaking at the moment, just being hyper vigilant.
Bouncing between each of your party members, you bounce over to Snatch. Where is Snatch? What is Snatch doing right now?
I think Snatch is walking. And usually wings perked, I think they kind of droop a bit. And there's no eye contact between Snatch and Crucible, but I think that where Crucible's compulsion is to count, Snatch's compulsion is to look back and offer a smile. Like, it's very much I'm being present, I'm staying put.
And I think she acknowledges that too. But I don't think it's greeted with the same warmth it normally would have been. She's still winding down from what happened.
And that same smile that Snatch gives, that is the same smile that you see the night before as each of you look around to see if there's any other blighters left. And Snatch, you have captured one. You have brought good fortune to your party. And then when you turn to see everyone else, your smile quickly fades when you see the look on Crucible. What happens?
What the fuck are you doing in here? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, was looking to find one of the jumpers and I accidentally heard it alongside you. So
I can't. can't leave the door open for you if I don't know you've gone.
Yes.
Snatch. You said you'd try. You said you would. You told me that you would try.
I'm sorry. I wanted to fix her smile.
I think she approaches you and she grabs you by the scruff of your shirt. I can't lose any more people.
Not lost, I'm right here.
You know what I mean.
I'll always find you, always do.
It's too fucking close. Why did you feel you had to do this by yourself? Why? When I was right here, we were with each other 2 seconds ago. Why do you feel you had to do this alone?
Because I was the one that damaged her smile in the first place. I had to fix it because
You know what would make me fucking smile? If you let me be your friend. If you let me be there for you. Snatch. I care about you. If you had died in here, what would have happened? Do you think that would have made me smile? Do you think I would have felt good about that shit? Would that have been good? Would we all have smiled?
Snatch, you instinctively look down to your leather bracer and see bite marks that was left just moments before.
Do I notice them?
Oh yeah, you saw it happen.
I think as Snatch notices, Crucible looks down from the scruff, sees your arm, with the other hand picks it up and holds it in your face. It's just fine. You had it under control. This looks okay to you.
Yes.
Snatch. I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what's getting through or not. I don't.
I'm sorry you're sad.
It's not good enough. Being sore is not good enough. I'm allowed to ask more of you. I am. If we are going to be friends, I'm allowed to ask you to let me in. I can expect that of you. Can you abide by that?
This is better. This is better.
What's his?
This.
Please tell me what about this is good. Please. I would love to know. I would love to know. Tell me there's something good to be found here, because right now, I see a friend who could have died in here alone, with no one, because she didn't leave the door.
But I didn't, and I won't. I promise.
That's what... How can I trust you? How can I trust you, Snatch?
Because I haven't died.
That's I've had a number of friends that I thought could handle themselves. One died because it was my fault. And another I lost because I was so sure. I was so sure they had it. That they would be fine, that they were strong, that they could take care of themselves. And I haven't seen them in years now.
I'm none of that.
Are you going to disappear one day for years? One day you walk out the door and you don't come back, because that is what this leads me to believe. That you will go one time and you just won't tell me and you just won't come back.
I'll only leave when you tell me to go.
Did I think she walks out of the barn.
Just, I still have the rope for the chomper in my hand, and I drag it over to Ilora, and I think he's just going to keep 5 feet from Crucible and sit there, crisscross applesauce, and watch.
We pull back and return once again to the smile that you have looking towards Crucible as you turn back around after it's vaguely acknowledged. And then I assume that we see the tied up body of a blighter in the cart now.
Just saying, Ilora would not have pushed for that.
Okay. So then I guess this is a question for everyone. Is there a tied up blighter in this cart?
I don't know if it would have come to a discussion. I know Ilora wouldn't have pushed for it, but Crucible knows how hard Ilora how hard Ilora wants this, and how much they've worked for this, and how valuable this can be. So I think Crucible, in the discussion that unfolds about it, may have applied a little pressure, but it's not so much that they wouldn't cave to a more overwhelming opposition.
Okay.
I think all Snatch would say on the matter is, I'm sorry I hurt your last one.
Ilora just gives you sweetbread and smiles at you very genuinely and says, "There's nothing to be sorry about. It was all me. I apologize for putting myself and you all in danger." She doesn't look at Roila while she says this, obviously, but she says it out loud.
So, Roila, Torin.
Roila doesn't care.
Okay. So
When the morning comes, he's just saddling up as usual.
Torin.
He would have silently agreed to bring it aboard,
Okay.
knowing that there's something else that is just as gung-ho about its preservation for the moment.
So then that brings us.
Gee,
Go ahead.
I want to ask a super fucked up question.
Those.
Which family member is it?
Ooh,
from the
that's
barn?
a good question. Great question. You know what? Let's make the dice decide, because that's
Awful. What the fuck, Daniel? Daniel, what the fuck?
Y'all following
There
through.
were
Daniel, this is a good
Five.
Christian game of Daggerheart. What are you doing?
No. Y'all gonna do this. Y'all gonna follow all the way through.
okay.
If y'all are experimenting on the youngest, it is what it is.
Daniel
didn't do
smoked the
jack
whole
shit.
carton.
I didn't do
Okay.
it.
So, I rolled a 6, which I mentally said that would be the spouse. So I would say that this is the wife.
Okay. I think since Ilora is in the back of the cart, kind of back to back with Roila, her notes do include what she can see this close to a blighter. She's including any new information she can get in the journaling that she's doing.
Go ahead and do a knowledge roll.
Oh, I'm not a knowledge girly. I'm a faith girly. I believe I know things.
I believe.
Oh, hell, fuck it. Oh, I mean, yay. I gotta...
Where the fuck do you think you are? A place that doesn't cuss? Come on.
Sorry.
I know I said that this was a Christian game of Daggerheart. That was a joke, though.
Because you just said that in my brain, I was like, whoa, hey now. I got an 18 with hope.
18 with hope. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few things that you find. Most of the ones that you have seen before were relatively new and like recent, because all the time that it would the only times that you would ever have like that ability to get some blighters was if you knew that somebody was like infected. And so a lot of the cases that you had were a lot of those more recently bitten blighters. This one is old. This one is at least a decade. At least. So there's a lot of deterioration and rot. So there's cuts that obviously haven't healed up. There's missing pieces of like muscle and tissue. Outside of that, there's really not much else that's different about it. I mean, a blighter is a blighter to a certain extent, except for like the variants that you see every once in a while. But this one just seems like a standard run-of-the-mill blighter.
Yeah, I take my notes. I'm very thorough. I know that she's very deteriorated, so I'm not doing anything invasive. It is purely like superficial looking over her and adding notes that I already have. And since it's cold, I would like to, if we're like taking a slow curve around anything and we kind of slow the cart down even a little bit, I'm going to hop off and give one of my shawls to Crucible as I just kind of walk beside her. I can sense that nervous energy, and I think as someone who like heals naturally, I'm kind of drawn to that in this moment. And I wrap a shawl around her.
I think she absolutely accepts it and maybe makes the first attempt at a deep breath since leaving the barn. I think anybody would have noticed that she, not like a panic attack, but it was all shallow. It was all just, I imagine their heart rate was not the best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course, love.
Are you all right?
You see her eyes dart to the back of Roila's head, and then she goes, since we're friends, I'm going to tell you the truth. Not really. Even though I feel...
It's okay.
I feel like I'm on the right track. But can it be the right track if it makes the person I love the most feel this way?
Maybe. I mean, maybe he just needs some time to catch up to you.
Oh, if
Sounds-
anyone's ahead of anyone, I've got catching up to do to Roila. But perhaps.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, don't tell him I told you this, but he is the best person I've ever met.
Oh, so I've got competition. All right, I'll work a bit harder.
Well, you're the most spectacular person, but
Oh,
he's the
different-
most wonderful.
Adjectives, yes.
He has
I'll
a
take
lot of,
spectacular.
I don't know, a lot of conviction in a way that I never have. A lot of integrity. The children back at home, he has a way that
They
I've
love
never
him.
had. They do.
I've seen it, even though I don't like to admit it.
Rightfully so. They
He's
do.
he's good at what he does.
And at this moment, I do fear I've let him down, which I've done most of our lives, so perhaps I shouldn't be so shocked, but
Can I tell you a secret?
Of course. And she
Okay.
gets very serious and leans her giant body down so that her ear is next to your mouth.
I fear that I have also let Roila down, but I'm afraid because of your sibling bond that he's a little bit more gentle with you than he would be with me.
Gentle with me.
Listen. I knew when you went away from the group.
Of course.
I knew when you wandered.
I knew you would
say
know.
anything.
I
kept that shit on lock. Said nothing.
just
Said
think
nothing. And I think he'd punch me in the face, maybe.
he
if he
would
knew
not.
that I did
He
not
would
say-
not.
He might.
Crucible. Honestly, and she's thinking back, his words, "It won't work. You're not special," are just kind of ringing in her ears. And she looks down at Crucible with this sad smile and goes, "No, no, I think he quite likes you very much.
Really?
Yes, he doesn't have murder competitions with just anyone, darling.
That's true.
He's
That
quite
is
picky
special
about
bond
who
we
he
share.
enters into such a feud with, and there's some sense of camaraderie in it. And I fear, I understand that I am not the best at giving that. Sometimes, in all ways, anyway. No way,
Wait,
nothing.
not the wait, hold on. No, you can't just say that. Not the best at giving what? What do you mean?
Do you know what resentment looks like, Crucible?
I feel like Crucible. I think maybe she does have a sense of it. I think maybe there was a point in town where Torin started to push them away. And I started to feel that more tangibly. And I didn't understand why. And Crucible knows what it's like to feel that resentment sourced from within herself. Not understanding why somebody wouldn't want you around.
It's odd, but I do believe I planted a seed of resentment in Roila a long time ago. Unfortunately, in the years since, I unknowingly fear I may have been watering that seed, tending to it, letting it grow in the dark.
Ilora, can I say something?
Always.
I feel you have some very interesting lore. You do. And
Oh no, not terribly.
Sometimes, and sometimes you give me little seeds that just
Please,
lead
not
me
ones of resentment. I've already...
no seeds of curiosity that me
Oh,
that
wonderful.
don't quite leave me sated. Like one time you told me that you were born in the dark. And then I found out you had wings. And ever since I've been wondering, did they even let you fly? But you didn't tell me that part. And I feel like you give me puzzle pieces to something much larger. And that's okay, in your own time.
I wrap my shawl, like, closer around myself, like, tugging those wings in a little bit, and I go, they didn't... dear.
If it's too hard, you don't have to talk about it.
It's not difficult, I don't like causing sadness. I do fear I've been doing too much of that as of late, and I could not fly. There was no room, actually, and leaving was frowned upon very heavily. Only Roila was brave enough to disobey those sorts of rules, and I was never much of a free thinker myself, and I think that may be coming round to bite me in the bum a bit here. But I want to be more like you, I think. You've got a good, strong head on your shoulders, Crew.
No, I don't know about all that.
Oh, but I do. I've seen you. And I have 3 eyes. You can trust me, dear.
Oh, I have 3 eyes. I have 3 eyes and wings. I'm a superhero. Wow.
No. I'm not special, but I can see you.
Hold on. Are you kidding me?
No, of course not.
Shut up. No, are you serious?
All right. And she goes very quiet.
Stop it. That's not... You are special.
Oh, that's sweet of you, dear. You can tell she's not listening to you at all.
Hey, look at me. I need... Right here, please.
Yes, of course. All 3 eyes.
You are special.
No.
Not because of a prophecy.
Or
I love that grunt of just tossing away whatever I've said.
Sorry, very quiet.
You don't need to... Okay, when I said shut up, it was more like
you realize that she's poking at you.
It was... I'm aware. It's very obvious to me that you are a very special person, as is Roila. Even though I don't want to tell him that to his face, because I do think he's one of the bravest warriors I've ever met in my life.
Oh,
don't tell
worry.
him I said that.
We'll
take that with you to your grave, please.
Sure.
You will never let me live it down.
Sure. Yes, I'll try and keep it a secret.
What do you mean try? What do you mean?
Sometimes things slip out, dear.
That's not what a secret is. You're supposed to keep it in. That's not a secret.
Yes, of course. Well, I can't promise,
I don't know where... You're distracting me right now.
No.
You will not...
Would you like some sweetbread?
Stop it! No. Not right now.
I do break it and I bite into one hand.
I will. I'm going to remember that you told me roughly 2 minutes ago that you said you're nothing special, and then I will point out all the ways in which you are from this step forward. Yay. Look, I've done it. There's a step.
All right, back onto the carriage I go.
Too late now.
And she's gonna hand you the sweetbread and like
get ready.
Back on the carriage.
I'm taking notes.
As we pull back away from here, Torin, you had your arcane eye for the night. Were you listening to any of the conversations that happened last night? Muted. Or something.
All right, we're gonna do a lip sync thing where we just imagine what Kujo
here we go.
said.
Here we go.
All right, get ready.
I'm pretty good with lip reading.
I'm watching.
Nice. Hell yeah.
That was good.
That's what I was thinking too.
Nailed it, Roila. Excellent.
Can you hear me now? Can you? One second.
He
Nailed it.
doesn't want us to look at him.
Or is that I? It's
Could be
I.
One word.
I.
One
One
syllable.
word.
One word.
Our fearless leader has left us.
Torin, come back.
No, Torin! You all see as Torin just
I hate technology.
Yay!
there he is.
I tried to do something creepy and it didn't work. In fact, it broke everything. So we're just not going to do that.
Incredible. So, Torin, is there anything that you do, or did you hear any of the conversations happening?
I don't think he had manifested his arcane eye. In fact, I think in some part of the property, Torin is struggling because I imagine that there are some of his runes on his skin that are maybe extending just a little bit after that little burst. So he is shaking and trying to come back down from this surge that is running through him as he is trying to stomach the anger at Snatch, at Ilora, at Crucible, and even at Roila. Because I know it's unfounded. It's unfounded. People make mistakes. People make decisions. People do things. People make foolish moves, all in the hopes of helping another. They just need to not. They need to stop. Think. You can get through this. You can get through this. It's fine. None of them meant any harm. None of them.
You feel hands grabbing onto yours.
If I weren't unsettled right now, I would tell you that this is the most cruel moment to manifest.
I'm just here to see you succeed.
I need to breathe.
And you see him leading you through a deep breath exercise as he breathes deep in. Here you are.
Snatch captured one. Despite the chaos, we have a live one.
I saw. And we have nothing but time.
I would ask you something.
The hands let go. Sure.
Tell me your name. Because you are not Bannon. As much as I wish you were. And as wonderful as this moment has been, and as I am now balanced, thinking back to the warmth of his touch.
Do you really want to do this? Do you really want to ruin what we've built just to know who's behind this face. We can go back.
If there's anything that I have learned in the last 20 years, is that despite however much we wish we could, the world is broken, and there's no way to go back to the way that it was. Too much has been lost, too many have died. And I am terrified looking at you right now because of whatever it is that you will tell me. But I know that if I don't ask, then I don't think I'll ever be able to actually see clearly.
Well, you've made your decision. And with the blink, he's gone.
All of that anger, all of that emotion, all of that immediate regret for chasing away the memory of his love, all of it explodes. And there is just this arc of arcane energy that is fired straight in the sky.
Would you say this happens while we're all still in the barn, or Crucible has left the barn?
I imagine that this probably happens later on in the evening, like as we're all taking our moments to try to come down and rest.
Torin.
Sybil.
Hi. What's happening?
Nothing. Just couldn't sleep.
Oh, look in your eye.
I don't need you to pay attention to the look in my eye, Sybil. I am fine.
You're not fine. Clearly. You don't have to even tell me. Is there anything I can do? You used to tell me things. Not that you have to now, I'm just saying. I could be someone that you could tell things to.
What would you like me to tell you, Sybil?
What was that just now? We'll start with the basics. You're sending your magic off into the sky in a rage, clearly.
I'd rather send it into the sky than let it explode at any one of you.
And I appreciate that greatly. But why were you so enraged? Did something happen? Did I miss something?
Oh, well, one of our number decided to go off on his own, to go and capture one. By himself, and he almost was bitten, compromising every single one of us.
I know.
You immediately ran in to make the save, which I am proud of you for doing. Your skills are unmatched.
Thank you. Everyone's alive, at least.
Until the next time.
I hope there's... I don't know.
I just have one question, Sybil. And you'll permit me for the brutality of it, but I just need to understand.
Listen, it's been a rough night. Just get it all out. Might as well. Everybody take their hits now.
Fair enough. If Snatch were to get bitten, would you let him go as well? Or would you make the call? Would you grit your teeth like the rest of us have.
Can I tell you the truth?
Yes.
I don't know. Even in all this time that I've been living in this world, the hard thing is not something I've quite gotten used to yet. But I'm trying to be stronger like you are. It just doesn't come as easily to me. Too fucking soft. Is that what you wanted to hear? Or did you want me to say, yeah, of course I'd shoot him right between the eyes? My friend Snatch, who I haven't known for all that long, but I already care about quite a bit. I'd shoot him right between the eyes, easily. Is that what you want from me?
I want you to survive.
Is that all you want?
What else is there, Sybil, in this broken land we find ourselves in? What exists other than survival so that we can find the source?
Torin. In the meantime, what are you living for?
I'm living for a promise that I made 20 years ago.
I know that. And I respect that. I do. But in this godforsaken world, there's still some things that we can maybe smile about if we try. There's still some things. The sunsets are still pretty. Ilora makes excellent sweetbread. Sometimes a nice cart ride on a warm, breezy day is something to take at least a little joy in. And if you keep just surviving like you are, as the years go on, I feel like I'm seeing less of the Torin I met, who was damn well my saviour in those woods. You saved my life. I was just a kid. I would have died. But you came and you were strong, and you offered me your hand, and I took it, and I learned so much from you. I am someone who treasures you, Torin. I don't know if you'll always see that, but you are like family to me. And I know that it's hard living here. And I know you've got your promise. But I'd love to. I feel like I see you smile once in a blue moon. I think you'd be better at surviving if you would live just a little. Is that something you'd do for me if I asked you? If I asked you with my whole heart to find something to smile about? Do you think you could find it?
No.
All right.
Now that I'm informed of my incorrect existence, I will
Don't
let
talk
you
to me
have-
like that! Hold on! You do not get to talk to me like that! You do not!
Careful, Sybil.
I'm not scared of you. What do you want to do to me? Do it! Would that make you smile? Fucking do it! I'm someone who cares about you. And I don't care if you don't give a damn. Because I do. And I'm gonna keep doing it. And no matter how you talk to me, it's not gonna change that. So just shut the fuck up for once in your life, Spellboy! I walk away.
We linger on Torin for a moment.
I stay in the wagon that night.
Okay. And as we return back to the current time, the travel is still pushing forward. Forest is getting closer and closer. Crucible, you know that just on the other side of this forest is the next checkpoint. There is a bridge that you have to cross in order to get there.
Okay.
But, Torin, what are you doing at this time? Are you still in the cart? Staying there?
I imagine that I am... If Crucible is on one side of the cart, maybe in front or behind, I imagine I am on the polar opposite.
Okay.
Walking and examining the runes that look just slightly different now, that have this very slight purplish shift to them.
Okay. The cart continues. You push into the forest where the breeze is slightly cut by the surrounding trees. And now that you are in an area that is limited visibility, the travel slows a bit. You're making good time, but now safety is something that you need to focus on. Here, the roads are less developed, so there's holes that you have to cross and dodge. But finally, after about 2 or so hours, you hear the sound of the rushing river ahead, which Crucible would know is the clear sign that the checkpoint is coming up. And as you take the final turn, you spot a fallen tree lying across the road, blocking the path forward.
Does it look
But
chopped or fallen?
that is a question that we will answer after we come back from break.
Okay.
While we're going to break, we do have a giveaway for the wonderful Sounds of Sirenscape, you can get a Super Siren subscriber for 2 months.
Oh my god.
So if you're
Ooh.
interested,
Thank you so much. I will take that.
of course.
You're giving it, right? You're giving it away. Can I have
There
it?
you go.
Great. Thank
There
you
you
so much.
If you are going to, if you would like to join the giveaway, I have to open up the page to do that. But the code is still the exact same. It is going to be ! Blighter. We did find out, unfortunately, that you will have to be on the TXP page in order to do that. It's just my way.
Whatever. Just kidding.
All you have to do, really, stay on Crit Hit Chronicles. Have Talking XP. Just click the @ in the title.
Go support Talking XP. Go over to the channel.
Mute that window, and then when you want to join the giveaway, you just tap that in, and then boom, it's all done. All right, we're gonna start the giveaway now, and we will be back soon. So we will see you later.
BRB.
Bye.
God damn it, Noir. Even when I tried to delay it.
I didn't do fucking shit.
That would be me.
So, you entered that forest and traveled for another 2 hours or so until you started to hear the sound of the river rushing ahead. But as you made that final turn, you began to see a tree that had fallen onto the road. Crucible, you were beginning to inspect and check whether or not this was a natural break or if this was due to somebody cutting into the tree. So I will say go ahead and do a instinct roll.
Okay. Instinct. I'm good at that. Let's see. Come on. Okay, that is a 14 with hope.
14 with hope.
Yes.
From your vantage point in the back of the caravan, you look over and just beneath the base of the tree, actually no, from the top side of the tree,
Okay.
that's at the base, but on the top side of the fallen tree, you see that there is a cut, very clear defined cut that seems to have been like kind of dressed up to look like it wasn't. But
Crucible immediately draws her bow and is scanning the area for potential ambushers.
I think seeing that from a distance, Roila would say back to Torin, "We need eyes in the area." As he step down, and then summon his mage hand to hold the reins, and the single mage hand is just kind of getting the horses to slow down as we're approaching the log.
I'm going to cast Floating Eye. I'm going to use a hope to do it.
Crucible.
okay.
Oh, wait. I have a thing I can do. I just realized. Johnny, if I may, I would like to... This is not something Crucible does often. She's a little self-conscious about it. Because she doesn't want to be like the spell boys or anything like that. She's a bow and arrow girly, okay? We don't do the spell boy thing. But she does tentatively approach the tree and attempts to converse with it to see who did this. I would like to use
Okay.
nature's tongue.
Okay.
So,
You say I got secrets.
I spend a lot of time out in the woods. So I think she approaches. She's like, all right, be super chill about this. Don't tip them off. Who knocked you down, baby? Are you all right? What happened here? And I think the green of her eyes glows a little bit brighter as she does this.
You hear the faintest of answers.
Okay.
As you hear, men with Axes.
How many, love? Was it bad?
6, 7.
6, 7. Right, jerks. 7 men against 1 tree. Bloody cowards.
Yes.
I'm sorry you're hurting, but I hope you know you're very beautiful. And you clearly are a very strong tree.
You can hear like labored breathing from this tree.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty doesn't save you.
I know. I know. I think, how do I get a sense of how close this tree is to death?
There are still some pieces of it holding on near the base of the tree, but it seems like it's been here for a while. So, to get an accurate idea, I think this would be more in the knowledge side of things, if you'd like to do a knowledge roll.
Okay. I'll do that. Let's see. Okay. I add nothing to that, but maybe I'll roll good.
I think Roila would come up to the tree with you.
Okay.
It's an 8 with hope.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Roila.
Yeah.
There's about 6 or 7 men in the area.
All right. If they're still here, Torin's going to be able to spot them. For right now, we need to move this tree in order to have a clear path out.
Oh, alright. This is going to sound a little bit silly. Do you think you could be gentle about it?
Sure. And I think he'll head to the part of the tree where it was cut, at like the far end, and kind of look at the angle and the trajectory, and we'll just try to cast power push, but won't do any damage, and we'll just use just the force of it to tilt it in the road to try to get it perpendicular with the road.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to intervene, if I could, by spending my 3 hope to use Luckbender to allow Crucible to get a reroll on the nature check.
Okay. On the knowledge one.
If
So
they-
then, and what that is that like a full reroll with both fear and hope?
Once per session, after you or willing ally within close range makes an action roll, you can spend 3 hope to reroll the duality dice.
Okay, cool, awesome. So then, yeah, go ahead and reroll altogether.
Okay, that's a 22 with fear.
22 with fear.
Yeah.
Okay. This looks like it's been here for probably about just under a week.
Okay.
But it looks like, I mean, trees can hold on for a while, but not very long.
Can I pitch the use of a power in a way that it's not meant for? Just
Absolutely.
It sounds like
I always love to do that
shenanigans.
stuff. I love shenanigans.
I'd like to try to shadow bind this tree to its root.
Awesome.
Interesting.
Johnny, for transparency's sake, I forgot to make the instinct roll for Nature's Tongue, but I just rolled it, and I got a 17 with hope, so I think I'm okay.
Cool. Yeah, you're all good.
I'll willingly suffer a consequence, but essentially to have the shadows put the tree back onto its root, and you know how if you like saran wrap a piece of wood tree to another, he's trying to do that with the shadows.
Can I help by doing mending touch?
Okay. Here's what is going to happen. You all can work together to do this. Kujo, can you do an instinct roll for me through your arcane eye?
Oh boy.
Don't worry, it's not important.
It's totally fine. Nothing bad is going to happen.
Doesn't have anything
No
to do
pressure.
with 6 or 7 men. Not at all.
Yeah, and I don't have full...
What about 5 guys?
At least it's not 6.
About 5 guys?
Double 6s.
Let's put it in the book. In the book.
So this is great, because what you find, and now I am cashing in on that fear.
God damn it.
Come on.
It's supposed to be a good thing.
Nice crit. Here's a feat.
Oh, you were just seeing if you could see things. And oh boy, do you.
Oh, no.
As your arcane eye begins to push through the forest, weaving between trees, trying to find some sort of a ambush, you look on the left-hand side, and you find a spot where people were supposed to be staying. There's a seat that's up on about 20 feet high in the and kind of connected to the tree. You can see that there's some hiding spots that had weapons that are still discarded on the ground, but nobody's here. You do a quick perimeter and you don't find anybody. You go to the right hand side, and each of you are looking at the tree and see this arcane eye buzzing past you. And just as you're passing through, you find yet another ambush spot with no one there. And as you begin to lift back up, you see movement as you're about to come back. And then you turn back, pushing forward. And you see a large herd of blighters walking directly towards everyone. And so as you pulse out of your arcane eye, you see each of them beginning to try and lift this tree up, trying to place it back on the trunk.
We need to go. We need to go now.
Yes, of course, we're trying.
I've almost got it.
We need to go.
Just a little bit longer.
I am going. Oh, go ahead.
This like concordant chorus of moans and growls and screeches coming from the right-hand side of the forest.
How dry is this forest right now?
Oh boy.
This isn't very dry. There's been a little bit of rain recently, and the mist that
Perfect.
yes.
Then knowing that as Roila begins to hear everything that's happening, he's helping like push the tree up with the tendrils, but then with the shadows that are trying to bind it, and then hearing that noise and hearing it come from the right side, the temperature begins to decrease in the air, and the moisture begins to freeze over. Roila's going to stomp his feet, and shards of ice are going to grow larger and larger, and he's going to cast Ice Spike. And he's going to try to use it to block off the right side of the road where they're coming from.
Okay. And just so that it's clear, it is like the forest area. There's no road that goes to the right. It's just forest area. So they're kind of like wandering through the forest. But
Yeah,
I will give you like a nice wall that you can definitely use
to try to get some sort of head start. So I have to make a spell casting roll with a DC of 12.
Okay. Totally fine. Easy.
And it says the range with it is within far range. So that's kind of like the wall of ice I'm trying to make.
They are currently very far. So I will give you an option if you want to hold this until you see them coming to block them off. Do you want to do that? They are very far. So all I'm saying is that you're going to create a wall, and then they could just walk around it. But I will let you hold on to it if you'd like.
Well, the thing is, I already rolled. So
Sure.
I don't want to be that guy. It's like, oh, well, never mind.
Be that guy. We're gonna die. Be that guy.
How about this? Hold the result.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody what happens.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
Okay.
And once they get closer, you let us know what you rolled.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm scared.
So, the last thing that I would like to have rolled, Noir, you are the one helming this effort to pushing the tree back onto its trunk with the help of your shadows. So spend whatever resource that you need, and then roll a spell casting roll. I don't know what that ability would use.
It just is a spell casting roll.
Okay.
Here we go.
Go ahead and do that. And then, Meadow, would you like to spend a hope to aid?
Yes.
Okay, so then you get to roll a d6, but spend a hope for that.
That is a 25 with hope.
Incredible. All right. As Torin comes back and says, "We need to go," and you begin to hear the sound of the blighters coming closer and closer. Roila, you're looking back and you're kind of gauging where you would be putting this ice spike to make sure that you have a good amount of time to leave before they're able to. You're trying to block them from getting to you before you're able to leave. As that happens, you put a final push onto the tree, and then Snatch, you bind the shadow in place, and as you do, it begins to create this like almost golden hue of almost like welding that you see on metal, but this golden hue that creates almost like a metallic blood that seals up the cracks and holds this tree in place. And you hear the sound of these lighters getting closer and closer. So, with that, what are you all doing in this one moment you have before they get here?
I think it's really important for Ilora because they're both helping with this tree. So she's at least fairly close to Roila. Roila can at least hear her. Even if he doesn't respond, Ilora asks, "What's the plan?" And it is not like, "Oh no, what's the plan?" She is directly deferring to you for the first time in a very long time.
As that happens, the ice begins to form, and then the droplets begin to accumulate. And then as he's trying to help with putting up the tree, he loses his concentration on the spell and it fails. Because he rolled a 6 with hope.
Okay.
No.
So as they're
9 with hope.
as they're rushing towards you, you begin to see that with that failure, they have spotted you see this spike come out and then just dissipate into water. So the sound of it comes out, and you see all of them catching the attention of that, and they begin running. They are within far distance from each of you.
Oh, God.
So, there is a countdown that I have. That is one failure. So, what are you doing?
Ilora is holding until Roila responds. He
Okay.
really laid into her. She's not going to move a fucking muscle until he tells her what the plan is.
As that happens, he just says, "Mount up, keep to the left, thin the herd."
All right.
She's gone. She
Full
immediately
speed.
does that.
Okay. Full speed. Okay. Who is taking control and taking the helm of the cart?
Mage hand.
What kind of role is it? What kind of role is it to helm the carts?
I would say that'd be like a finesse roll, I believe.
Okay.
If someone wants to,
I can. I have good finesse. I can do it.
So finesse Or
ability.
I could even say presence because of the horse. So either one of those two.
Okay. I have a 2 finesse. If somebody wants me to do it,
I have a 1 finesse.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
do it. He's in-
So Crucible immediately jumping into action. You see that Roila is off of the reins are down, and Roila is trying to cast a spell. You rush over to grab the cart and the reins. You are trying to get this cart moving forward. Go ahead and roll your finesse roll.
Okay. That is a 15 with hope.
Okay. So you begin pushing the cart forward, and you tell the horse to get going, and it begins galloping with the fierceness that you tell it to move. There is this road is very difficult to go around because, as I said before, this is not a developed road. This is a dirt road. So you are pushing through the forest. What is everyone else doing?
You said they're in far range.
Currently, yes.
I open my wings, I land on the cart as Crucible starts moving it forward, and from far range, I'm going to do what my brother told me to do, which is thin the herd. I'm going to immediately, from a prayer position, shoot out a bolt of pure sunlight. Whichever one seems to be like closest straggler, I'm going to hit that one immediately, if I can. I'm going to try.
Okay.
See, very special.
So this is going to be a difficult roll, and the only reason why, painting the picture around you, you are pushing through a dense forest still. So they are far distance away. You can hear them, but it's very difficult to see them. You are looking through a bunch of trees. Right. So I will say that this is going to have disadvantage on the roll, and I don't know the rules of Daggerheart in terms of how cover works just yet, but I will say that this is probably going to add an extra 2 at least to their difficulty.
Wonderful. Your Honor, I do have a cross-examination I'd like to propose to you.
Yes,
in this
of course.
moment, I have experience on me that would let at least my hope die be rolled as a d20. If I use, because no one has hit any of these zombies yet, the experience Break the Unbroken, which was beat into me as a child. Could I get to use my d20 on that?
Absolutely. I would allow that. Yes.
Yeehaw, let's fucking go. I'm so scared.
So make sure to roll a d6 as well.
Okay, great. Okay, and a d6. Do I add them all together?
D6 is going to be subtracting.
Subtracted. You got it. Oh, that was only a 1! Yay!
Oh, not bad. All right.
And then math tells us...
Math tells us.
What am I adding to this? Oh, it tells me on my... Okay. And then the sheet tells us... I'm so sorry.
Counselor, this is your first time observing the evidence?
+2. Okay, so that is a 19.
19. Incredible. Yes, that definitely hits. With hope. Okay. Amazing.
Great. Then I'm going to do...
So I will say that the one that you do hit, you catch as you're jumping onto the cart and pushing through the forest. You catch this one moment. You're seeing them like every so often going through trees, and you're trying to get the right moment to actually hit. And then there's this one space that you're like, now you, as you're shooting, realize there's this giant hulking blighter walking through the forest. And now that you are here, you thought that it was the river rushing, but you can feel the impact of these feet hitting the ground as it's walking towards you. But you are able to push that bolt of magic through the tree line and hit this thing.
In that case, Your Honor, one final piece of evidence for the jury to consider.
Yes,
I have a special little thing that I can do where I spend a hope, because I did say I flew up to the cart. If I'm flying, I can spend a hope to deal an extra d8 damage. May I do that in this instance? Like, as I'm flying up and I see this massive thing, can I put an extra oomph into it?
The only reason why I'm going to say no is because you said you flew up to the cart and landed on it. At least that's what I understood.
Totes fair.
So you're landing on it, and my idea...
Johnny! Little did you know, I would roll double 8s Johnny. So that's a 16 plus 2, Johnny. That's 18.
Great.
Also
I will tell you that
This courtroom drama is weird.
major threshold.
Yeah. Never-ending story freeze frame.
Okay, I need to get my whiteboard out. Okay, okay.
If it's on
okay.
save, I'd like to go next if nobody has any plans. All right.
Amazing. Yes, please.
I think Snatch is going to lean over to Crucible and go, I helped with the tree. I'm going to help some more. I'll be right back.
All right. Be right back!
I'm going to mark 1 stress to use my Shadow Step ability, which allows me to fall into the shadow that was just created by Ilora's light. And I would like to appear in front of the herd at close range to use Shadow Bind and then take to the sky.
What the fuck?
Okay.
That classic 1-2 punch.
Okay.
I would like to note that when I come out the other side from Shadow Step, I am automatically cloaked.
Okay. Okay. That does make things different. And one last thing to ask, are you on the opposite end of them or are you in front of them? Because I think I heard you say in front of them. Is that correct?
I am in front. I essentially want to bind the front line to gum
Okay.
up the ones in the back.
Okay. So in your visual range, you do see that the front line is kind of, it's not clustered, it's wide. So you would probably be able to get, I guess it'll depend on the roll, but go ahead and what do I have to do for this or no, you have to roll, right? For
I
the
make
binding?
a spellcaster roll against all adversaries within very close range. Targets you succeed against are temporarily restrained as their shadows bind them in place.
Okay. Then go ahead and make your spellcasting roll and we'll see what the results are.
Not great.
Oh, no.
That's gonna be a 10 with fear.
Okay.
Is there anything we can do to help Snatch or no?
Does hope do anything with rolls? Like, that doesn't give you like a...
You can maybe use a hope to put in an experience.
I
That's before
can
a
help
roll.
in
Yeah,
this
that's
moment because not only do I have a move, but I think because Snatch is narratively going in the shadows of my light, may I use my prayer dice to aid my ally in this moment?
So they were in far range. What is the range of the prayer dice?
Let me check. 4! Ha!
Far?
Sorry,
Okay.
it's far, Johnny. It's far.
Right. Yes, of course. Thank you. Very professional.
Not adversarial to the DM at all. It's great.
No. Believe me, you
Well, I'm just
all
not
are fighting me,
excited.
and I'm here for it.
I just got excited I
Yes.
could help my friend.
Yes, you can. It is in far distance, so you can absolutely use one of your prayer die.
I'm also gonna spend my 1 hope to use an experience. Oh, I'm sorry. Dave.
Okay.
Please.
No, you're good. I will use my largest prayer die, so I'll take all 4 from one of the d4 that I rolled, and the other one I did 2, so I just have 2 left.
Okay, so you had the 4 from the d4, which adds that to the 10 with fear. Okay.
And I'm adding +2. I'm using I'm worth something. I think Snatch doesn't understand how he hurt Crucible. I think he thinks that he is just not valuable enough right now, so he is trying to be of service.
Kelly's face. That was not Crucible. That was Kelly.
Okay.
Well,
I felt that.
So you wanted to try and make up for something that you slighted Crucible. You're not entirely sure what, so this is your way to do that. So you add that 2 to make it a 12 with fear. You add the 4 to make it a 16 with fear. I will say that you are able to stop now that you're in front of them. You're able to stop a blighter pack, which is a horde creature, and you are able to stop a spitter. Everyone else, and this is close range, right? Is it close or very close?
Oh, this is very close. Sorry.
Very close. So I'll say that those 2 are the ones that you can stop in this. If it was close, it would have been more. But okay.
My gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting used to the system. Very sorry. I apologize.
All good.
If I hit something with my bolt beacon, the big guy, they become vulnerable.
Okay.
So maybe that helps with the thing.
I actually want to pose this to you, Noir. Do you want to stop the giant one alone, or would you rather want to stop those 2?
I'd like the big one to stop, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. All right.
This rumbling's going to scare the horses.
All right. I have marked
I
that
love
down.
that that's the concern. That it's going to
Priorities.
I love it.
All right. So that one is stopped.
And if I can, I'd like to take to the sky.
Okay. However,
Oh God, no!
you still rolled with fear.
I did do that. I did do that dumb shit. Yeah, boy.
No.
So- The 2 blighter packs. I'm gonna spend 1 fear for 1 blighter pack. Or no, right? I get this one for free.
How much is
One of the blighter packs is going to rush towards you, and they are going to. I have so much fear that they are going to do a number of bite attacks. However, just for everybody to know, this does count as 1 attack still, so you still can use your armor towards the damage and severity. So, I am doing a blighter horde bite attack.
The number to beat is 13.
13. All right.
God damn it.
That is a 13 on the die.
Fuck.
I would like to mark 1 stress to use my evasion since my wings are active, which changes my evasion to 15.
Oh my God!
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Then
I can't handle this.
I'm going to spend 1 more because the other horde would be right behind.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Fuck. Okay.
We're good.
Okay. Another set of bite attacks.
Here we go.
That is 16 on the die.
Fuck.
Oh no!
Lying.
These blighters had poor dental practices. And
boo.
Guys, the president.
Boo, Johnny! Tomato,
they
tomato.
conveniently all have dentures. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on, one of them is cocked.
Fuck.
Okay.
On at the clock.
That is 10 physical damage.
On my parrying dagger, I rolled a 3 and a 4.
1 and a 6.
Dang.
Fuck.
Why is it always Snatch?
Because
I wonder
makes
why.
bad
situations. No one else is doing this.
I'm gonna use my armor slot, and I'm okay.
Okay. All right. I will say that is all I will do.
I mean, I'm good for a
Well-
little more if we want to dance. I'm okay.
I do have a lot of fear.
Why would you say something like that, Johnny?
Irrelevant to the scene.
Didn't nobody ask that, Johnny?
Consider
Come on, we can do one more. We can do one more as a treat.
And I could I mean, all right, if you say so. The final blighter pack is going to attack.
Okay, no. It's gonna roll solo. It's a 3 and a 4. It's fine. It's a 3 and a 4. It's fine. It's 3 and a 4. It's fine.
Meadow.
It's fine. Everybody calm down.
Meadow.
We're manifesting. It's fine. Everybody.
Wait, hold on. I just need to make sure. Oh, right. Okay, I forget that creatures have things. Okay, they didn't mark an attack from you, or they didn't mark an HP, so then you're good. That doesn't apply. Okay. That is a 1 on the die, so that does not hit. So you're pushing off all of these, and immediately as you're being attacked by this onslaught of blighters, you disappear and go into your shadow step once more.
Holy moly.
All of you see this grouping of blighters just turn and then begin rushing towards you as you see Snatch appear.
I slowed the big one down. He was going to scare the horses.
For fuck's sake.
Yes, very good, darling. Into the cart.
Everyone in the fucking cart!
Okay. Everybody's jumping into the cart and pushing forward?
Yes. Yep.
As you're pushing forward with the cart, taking your roll from earlier, you're able to push through, and you just hear the sound of them following. And you finally get to the opening of this forest. You hear the sound of the rushing water. You see the chasm that splits between where you are and the other side, where you as you're pushing through, you find the large chasm with the rushing river 100 feet or so below. And across, you see the road continuing to Templeton, but at the center, between each side, there's this tall rocky pillar that holds a small cabin, which is the checkpoint. Untouched by blighters, kept away from each side because 2 halves of a stone bridge hang inactive between both sides. On your side of the road, just near the cliff, you see a pillar that would be there is now shattered. That is the pillar that you needed to set a rune inside of to activate this side of the bridge. The other side of the bridge, you do see the pillar is intact. So, you have a cart, you have a horse, you have yourselves, and 1/2 of a broken bridge and a large horde of blighters rushing after you. What do you all want to do?
Question.
Ilora, can you fix it?
Question.
Yes.
Does the broken pillar still emit magic?
It does not.
Damn it.
Okay, so Crucible says, can I fix it? And I look to Roila. I could try. I'll always try to fix anything. That's my problem. But if Roila doesn't tell me to, I won't. I think Ilora is very fixed on the notion of showing Roila that she's sorry, rather telling Roila that she's sorry. It's like change behavior is the only way to get through to him that she needs it. So she doesn't move.
Roila is hella stressed. All right. As they're like rushing and getting closer and closer, he's just gonna go, all right, listen.
I'm listening.
Try to recreate the rune. If not, I will work on creating a backup bridge
I've got
with the ice.
As soon as he says work on doing the backer, I'm already running that way. Mm-hmm. I've taken out my sacrificial dagger and I have a whip in the other hand so that if anything does run up on me, I can protect myself while I'm working on this pillar.
Snatch, Crucible, you two find a way. Once we get inside of the checkpoint, do whatever you can, bar it, trap it, create whatever sort of explosion, distraction, whatever you can to delay them and then get right back to us. Don't wait for it to go off. You get right back to us while we're trying to make this bridge. Do you all understand?
Absolutely.
All right. And then Mage Hand is there to help with steering. Roila is jumping off and going full sprint and is going to be just running towards the towards next to the bridge.
Okay, got it.
I would like to join Ilora,
Okay.
and I'm going to produce the Whispering Orb. As I do, the thing that has possibly been the source of the whispering, and just say, show me the rune, show me the rune, show me the rune. Whatever you want, whatever memories you want to take from me, take them. We need to survive. Please.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes.
Next to Ilora? I'm looking around with my sacrificial dagger.
You just see Torin holding this glass orb with roiling smoke on the inside as he is focused on it, right next to where that rune would have been. And he is just saying this out loud.
Soul, protect us.
I will say this will be a spellcasting roll. And since you are tapping into something that you know is not good, it's going to be automatically fear. So
Okay.
this is going to be whether or not this gives you an answer or if it fizzles.
I would like to spend a hope to use an experience. Keep moving forward,
Love it.
no matter the costs. Just keep going. So that's an additional +2, so I'm getting a +5. Okay, that's kind of what I got. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. That is a 19 with fear.
Ah, so it was with fear anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. You just hear and you see sitting on the edge of the chasm cliffside Bannon. Huh. Well, this is fun.
Please. Not now. Please. I know you like wearing his face. I know that the conversation last night wasn't exactly what you wanted, but we need your help. If you want me to fix this, if you want me to stop whatever is causing these, then I need this rune. You know that. Or else, and I'm going to hold the Whispering Orb over the edge of the chasm.
Ooh, that's fire. I love seeing it, but you don't have to. And he writes into the sand just next to where the pillar was, the rune that you need. Ilora, you see this rune appearing in the sand, but nothing causing it. At your service.
Thank you. And I'll quickly tuck it away and look at the rune. All right, I think I can replicate this. There's incantations.
Since you rolled with fear, that is going to tick the countdown to 2.
I see the rune, and I know that there's no time to ask questions, so I'm going to position myself in front of Torin so that if there are any strays, stragglers, any blighters that can run up on us, I can protect him long enough for him to get the pillar working.
Okay. Moving over to, we'll say, Crucible and Snatch. Crucible. Yeah, Crucible and Snatch.
Crucible
You two
and
work
Snatch.
together, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. What are you two doing?
So, distraction team, yeah?
Yeah, I can make
I
it to the
guess-
checkpoint.
Wait, I thought we were supposed to slow them down. Did I misunderstand the plan? I thought we were supposed to slow down the blighters.
I've got to be honest with you, I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh my god, Snatch, we're gonna work on this. We're gonna work on this. I think we're supposed to slow them down. I think the theme of the day was trickery, traps, things like that. That's not necessarily my forte, but I will support you however you need to be supported.
Are we friends again?
We're always friends. We'll talk about this later.
Oh. Okay.
So what should we do? This is me and Kelly. How do we slow them down? I think so. I would like to. This is kind of a weird way of using it, but I would like to utilize my ability, called Path Forward.
Okay.
And it allows you to identify the shortest, most direct path to your destination. So if I set my destination as a path that we have already been beyond, I can kind of identify the easiest path it is for the blighters to make their way to us. And that's what we need to kind of interrupt.
So you were kind of cross understanding, like they're going to make a direct path. You're assuming that's what's going to happen, and you're trying to find that path to block it off and do some sort of traps on that line.
Of them, yeah.
Okay, so I will say that this will be accompanied by a roll. However, I will give you advantage on this because you are using an ability. So go ahead and do, I think in this case, this would be a instinct roll.
Instinct, okay. And then the
Am I
or
advantage
knowledge.
is
That?
Yeah, actually, you would be able to. So you could also spend a hope in order to do aid an ally, and you would also roll a d6, and whichever one is higher would then.
Well, I did
get
crit.
added
I
to
got
roll.
2 4s. I got 2
Amazing.
4s.
Okay,
And then the d6 is advantage, right? Yes?
you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You crit. You're fine.
Okay.
You can't get much better than that.
Okay. Good.
So you get to clear stress if you've marked one.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
You are able to know exactly, like, catching the sight of the line of blighters. You're able to know exactly how far from where to where they'll probably be running to,
The path
and
of
you're
least
like, okay, so
resistance.
we were pushing forward, so they're probably going to kind of group up a little bit. This is the line that you need to make. You know exactly where you're needing to put something in front of in order to stop their movement towards you.
Okay. Snatch, just right about here. What you got?
An idea.
Lays on me.
I'd like to quickly whip up a trap.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I just thought of a way I can help.
Oh,
Do you have rope?
Yes, I do.
Wait. Do these blighters? Can we tell if they're stupid or not? Are these smarter blighters?
Blighters aren't the brightest. Blighters aren't.
All right. I'm gonna do the good old fashioned. I'm gonna shoot an arrow right across the way with a rope between 2 trees and let those babies trip over themselves. And then you can set up a secondary trap right after mine.
So what I'd like to do is right where Crucible is creating a tripwire, I would like to use a tinkering check to essentially have. I'd like to have a canister of my torch oil and a flame above it. So when they hit the rope, the flame comes down and hits the oil.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so then that will be to do something like that in this very quick and difficult moment. I think that would have to be a finesse roll. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. We win those. That's a 22 with hope.
Incredible. Okay. So you are able to set up that lit lantern, and you set that oil down where the larger area where Crucible had pointed out, where most of the blighters are most likely coming from. You set that down, and it is a success from what you know. And then, Crucible, you are going to do a tripwire sort of trap. So I would also say that this would take a finesse, or I guess this would be based on
It's my weapon.
Yeah, so I would say finesse roll.
Okay.
Your
I
attack
kind of
roll.
like to imagine it as
agility.
like
Okay, agility. That's fine.
I kind of like to imagine it being like as Snatch is making he's setting up rope and going Crucible, and Crucible's like hitting the rope from a distance.
I crit again. It's 2
Oh my god!
Incredible. Okay, so what makes it even better is that you find a spot ahead that has tall grass, so no matter what, this is just going to go directly through, and they won't be able to see it at all. Okay, all right. So you set that up and rush back towards everybody else. I think I'm going to spend a fear to push the countdown forward. But thanks to those 2 crits and the incredible use of traps, that countdown is still, instead of ticking down by 2, it is going to be still at 1. So you stop them from doing it. You still have a few more actions that you can do. What would you all like to do? Roila, you haven't done anything just yet.
Roila runs up to, so he's about probably 30 feet away from where everyone else is working on the rune, and he's kind of standing over at the edge of that chasm. He is going to be spending, let's see here, 3 hope. And first thing that kind of happens is he summons the shadowy version of himself. His shadow elongates, comes out, and it almost has this starry constellation version of himself. And he is just going to channel every bit of essence of magic that's within him. And using, then he is going to twin this spell and try to cast Ice Spike again to create a bridge made of ice that goes from one side to the other. And you just see his disguise disappears, his third eye appears, and it's just beginning to glow red as he's just and he's just concentrating on this spell.
How far does it say this Ice Spike goes?
It says it can go, you summon a large ice spike within far range. And I'm hoping that with doubling, by using, I'm going to spending 2 hope to cast Paralela to double it and just create a massive ice spike that we can walk across.
Okay, so this is a close distance gap. So this is 30 or so feet. Mm-hmm. I will say, since you're twinning it, I will give you one side of this bridge, and you can choose whichever side you would like. But this would still come down to a roll, whether or not you're able to. So the ice spike, it's a large ice spike, but you have to remember that you are pushing a cart with a horse and everything that's on it on top of it. So to make sure that it's safe and to make sure that it's wide enough for that cart, I would say that twin spell is going to be the half of this distance.
Yeah. So I think he'll create the half coming at an angle from our side towards the opposite side of the bridge. Okay. And then as he's spending an extra hope, he's drawing on his experience, and he's going to draw on his dedication and just say, "Guide the unguided." And he will also use his experience of carve a new future as he is trying to make literally a new path that would not exist. So I roll with a d20, and I have to hit a spellcast roll of 12.
You just cleared out all hope for this one thing. You're literally putting all your hope into this one move. I love it. I love it.
Okay, let's see here. That is a dirty 20 with fear.
Did you have to growl it?
In the inner world voice?
In a world, one man creates a bridge of ice.
Okay. So,
happy Pride Month, y'all.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
This bridge of ice comes out from the side of this cliffside, and it becomes you twist and turn each piece of ice to create something that looks very much like a bridge. The other side is still down, but this seems to be strong enough to keep the weight on it. So, with that fear, I'll take it. And Noir, you started a fire trap. Can you roll, let's say 2d4?
Okay.
Nope. Can't be done. Sorry,
No,
Johnny.
we don't have deep. They don't.
We
Those dice
have
don't exist.
those.
Nope.
We don't have those.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
2d4, you said?
This is Dagger Heart. C12.
Right.
Dagger Heart.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even use that around here.
I rolled a 5.
5. Okay. All right. Amazing.
Oh, I'm not gonna find out what else were. Okay, no, that's fine.
Oh, you're about to find out.
Yeah.
Noir was ready to start shit talking.
I'm still gonna shit talk, baby.
Yeah, I would expect no less. With that roll of fear, you see this horde of blighters rushing out from the forest. You see 2 of the blighter packs are up in flames. The oil completely covering them. Flames, they are burning, on fire, rushing towards you. You see everything except for the big fucking blighter, which is still 1 move behind. So, these have just entered into combat, and they are within, at this point, close range. So, I think it's time to start spending some fear.
No.
This
Every time it's Johnny's turn, I'm like, no.
God, oh god. Okay, so let's
fight dragons.
let's discuss this positioning of the battlefield. I believe both Crucible and Snatch are at the back of the caravan holding until they saw blighters coming into the area.
Yes.
Ilora and Torin, you are both at the pillar, and you just saw that there was a ice spike that comes out from where you are. And you see that the pillar on the other side is still intact. It's just this one that's destroyed, so that is an option. However,
You may have hot blighters in your area.
and then Roila,
Oh, no, are
you
they
are
hot?
standing just next to the cliffside as you begin to hear this chaos ensue behind you. So, we are going to have...
You know Johnny's gonna throw one sexy blighter at us one time. You know,
I
it's gotta happen. At
Gotta be
Just
one.
one really
Gotta be one.
sensual blighter.
Yeah, just one.
I mean, it is Pride Month, Johnny. I feel like you kind of have
Yeah.
to.
This spitter that comes out...
Jiggle.
Oh, the spitter!
No,
No!
10 out of 10.
no,
10
Johnny,
out of
not
10.
a spitter.
10 out of 10.
I'm muting. I'm sorry.
Clip it.
Cut
No,
that!
you can't. Come
Cut
back.
that! All right.
Internet, you
First
know
it
what
was
to do.
fucking airball. Now it's this. Let's go. All right.
Get them! Get them!
Hot mic.
So, we are having. We're gonna be. Well, they were activated actually this turn. I don't know how the rules work with that.
That blighter's got jiggle physics.
Because I think that's kind of an environment move, though. That's an environment move that you bring them out, and then I think I'm able to move them right now. I'm just gonna spend fear for all of them. That sound fair? That cool? All right.
Yeah,
Even the
do
ones-
it. What the fuck?
Even the ones with the Dead or Alive 1 jiggle physics.
Yeah. All right. So, there are going to be 3 packs that are going to be rushing towards both Crucible and Snatch. Snatch, you have some flashbacks coming in here. So I'm gonna spend.
Oh, my friends want to play again.
I'm gonna spend 3 to do that. I'm gonna say that Snatch, 2 of them are coming after you. 1 of them is coming after Crucible.
I'll take that.
That's an 8 on the die, so that is a miss.
Woo!
That is a 19 on the die.
No.
That is a hit. This is a regular attack, not a bite, because I don't have enough to do it. So, this is going to be, instead, more damage, just not a bite.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
What did you roll on your D4s?
My D6s, I rolled a 5 and a 1.
Oh, it's D6s. Nice. I got an 8 and a 4. So 12 plus another 2, so that's 14 physical damage as they all rush into you and attack you. Would you like to use armor on this? Mind you, this is not a bite, so you don't have to.
That'll be 2 hit points. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. All right. Crucible, 1 attack coming your way.
Crucible, don't forget, you have a ring that if you you can reduce, you spend a hope to reduce incoming damage by 1d8 should you want.
Beautiful.
17 on the die.
17 on the die. Does hit me.
Okay.
This is the first time I've been hit, I think.
Is anyone... Are you within far range of me?
Who, me?
Yeah. Would Crucible be
I would
in far
say-
range of me?
I would think so.
Because I know they went to set up something, so that's why Johnny, I'm asking. Which
No, they're definitely in close range. They're definitely
Yeah,
in
because
close range.
we ran back.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. Then I want to spend. Is your armor like 50? Like, what's your? Because I can try and help you here.
Evasion.
So my evasion is 14.
Oh, never mind. You wait. You don't need me. Okay, bet. Okay.
Okay. Are you okay? Just to clarify, because I want to make sure that I'm understanding what your thing does. Do you add armor, or do you
Me?
add to the evasion?
No. I can add any like spent die value to reduce incoming damage.
Got it.
So I thought I was trying to see like if there was going to be some damage that was heavily coming in because I only have 2 on my prayer dice.
So I rolled 12 damage.
Okay.
And Crucible. That's 12 damage. Does that hit like major, or what does that do?
So it says my minor damage is 11 and my major damage is 22.
Okay, so the lower number is your major. So and then the other
yes.
one is
Okay, I
the
got
severe.
you.
So then
I'm
11.
learning.
So that
My
means
first
that it
time
would
being
hit your
hit.
major. No, you're
Oh,
good.
well then
I get
I
it.
would like to spend that prayer dice if I can. I have 2 left for the points. I want to spend both of those to get it down so it's just right at the threshold.
It is just at the minor. Okay, cool.
I'm out
so
of my
then
prayer
that
dice.
literally just gets, because it's meets beats it. So putting it to 10, that means that is just minor damage. You only take 1 unless you would like to use armor. That is up to you.
I'll
But in
take
this
it.
instance,
Can
you
I
only be able to do
flavor it,
1, which I
too?
guess would go down. Absolutely. First, Kelly, do you want to use armor?
Not right now.
It would mean that you take no damage in this case, so you wouldn't mark any hit points up to
Okay,
you.
I'll do it.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I just want to make sure that you understand.
Wait,
but
but
yes,
I think
flavor,
Yeah.
flavor,
It's-
please.
It's not a bite attack, so it's not like anything that she has to intercept. But I do think since she's close, I use my my whip to wrap around her waist and pull her closer, so
Okay.
that she's like right out of the range of this thing and takes no damage
Hell yeah.
at all.
I love that.
So fucking cool. What the?
Stay close, darling, please. She's like looking back over the horde again.
I am going to have the other. Yeah, I'm going to have the other 3 are going to be making spit attacks. acid attacks. So one of them is going to be attacking you, Ilora, seeing you whip out and move.
That
Crucible.
seems retaliatory, Your Honor.
A
Phrasing.
little bit. Yeah. That
Leading
is
the
a
witness.
9. That's a 9 on the
Accuse
die.
yourself from this case,
That
Judge.
does not hit me.
Okay. One of them is going to go towards. You guys are kind of covered. So Torin, there's going to be another one after you.
Oh God. Okay.
That's 13 on the die.
Yep.
I am, again, I did position myself to protect, so when it comes back to us, may I, Torin, go first to, like, act in your behalf?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Great. That is 11 physical damage. And you must mark an armor slot as the acid begins to eat away from it.
Oh fuck. 11 is my major.
Just hits then. So you mark 2 HP, and you are marking an armor slot.
Okay.
Roila, 1 coming after you. That is a 7 on the die, which I doubt hits.
That misses.
Okay. That is all the fear that I have, and it brings it back over to each of you.
Because I just jumped in front, like, because I see this spit go, I think I had positioned myself to defend Torin, but then I saw Crucible about to take some damage. And so my attention diverted for half a second, and that's all it took for, like, some flying acid spit to go past me and hit Torin in a way that, like, starts melting away their armor. I'm going to turn right back to you, Torin, and go, fuck! Oh my god, I'm so sorry! And I'm going to reach forward, like, woof, like, there's a huge hand that kind of looks like it's about to palm your entire sternum as she spends 3 hope to clear one of your hit points immediately as you feel a rush of warm sunlight across your body. In fact, you get a little tanner. Period. Flavor. And as you get a little tanner, I push that sunlight straight into you. And I'm going to use a whip with my other hand to make any blighters. I don't know if there are any, but, like, I'm going to crack the whip to make any in melee range get back to close. As, like, I'm just keeping it.
So
I'm keeping.
There are no blighters in melee range yet.
May I hold that
There
action?
are very close, which I believe as a giant you're able to attack at very close, but then
I can.
Yeah, no, it is a whip, so you would be able to
Very
attack.
close is my
Is this-
whip. Yeah. But if
is this like a
I can push them back with startling.
I see. So this is an ability, not an attack. I see.
Right.
Okay.
So if they
Got
are already very close and I crack that whip, I'm happy to roll to see if I can hit them. But I'm basically trying to get some crowd control here. So if they're already in very close range, I'd happily try
So
to.
they're in very close range. They are not in melee. There's nothing in melee right now. So yes, if you would like to do an attack, that totally works. Is there a roll with your hope feature where you just did the clear a hit point? I don't think there is, but
There is. It's
There
called
is.
Life Support. It's Seraph Hope. So I spend 3 of those to clear a hit point on an ally within close range. So I spent 3 of mine to clear
okay, cool.
one
So
on
then
the
there wasn't a roll.
Right.
Understood. Okay, cool. So now you're turning around and whoosh.
Okay, that's not terrible. It certainly ain't terrible. 11 plus 4 is 15 plus 2 is 17.
That's way better than terrible. That's way
Yay!
better than not terrible. That is a good roll. Okay,
it's
so
with hope.
you are able to hit with hope. Okay. You're able to whoosh, hit one of the blighter packs that is currently surrounding I guess in this case it is up to you. Do you want to help Snatch, who has 2 packs surrounding him, or Crucible, who has 1?
I help Snatch in this moment.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
he's more overwhelmed.
Go ahead and roll damage on this.
Okay.
Also, Kelly, you didn't mark a hit point slot, right? You.
I marked an armor.
Okay,
Just wanted to double
so that is 12 plus 2, 14.
14. Okay, yep, that is major damage
Incredible.
to that one.
I think I shout out as I'm cracking this whip, "Duck, darling!" And it, like, snaps right in front of, like, right down the middle of one. Even if it doesn't stop it, you can see like a little whip mark go down its center.
Okay. That is your go. Who else? Who wants to go?
I just wanted to say, we need to get that rune up still.
Right.
Just putting that in the atmosphere.
So, I would like to understand something real quick. So, the rune activated a pillar which acted like a bridge to move across.
Correct.
That is on our side or on the other side?
It's on both sides.
On both sides. Okay.
So the one that's on your side is currently broken. The one that's on the other side is still intact.
Okay. Now, at the same time, we now have this ice spike that extends out the first half of the way. Correct? Okay. Hear me out.
Love it.
Understanding runes was one of the lessons that I did somewhat okay at when I was still training. I want to try some shenanigans with this pillar.
I love shenanigans, as I've said before.
How big is this pillar?
You're talking about the pillar that seemed to have the runes on them?
Yes. Oh, you're starting to sound a little staticky.
I'll fix that. It's about like 5 feet.
Okay. No, I got you. That changes my plan. For some reason, I thought it was like a big, huge, honking thing. Okay. Okay. Then I am... All right, I'm going to see if I can make a roll to influence this pillar with my own understanding of runic magic to try to replicate the magic of the rune that my friend has shown me. Oh God. Can I attempt...
Progress.
Can I attempt...
What's happening?
I hate you. Can I attempt an instinct roll, like a spellcasting roll? Nope, can't hear you. Okay, go for it. Gain 5 fear. It's gain 5 hope. That's what you said. Gain 5 hope. Got it. Cool.
On top of the hope that you already have. If you're maxed out,
Wow, we get 3 levels for this?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
So
yeah,
much
take
Okay.
as much hope as you want. Kill them all right now. Why not? Yeah, one move.
You know what?
I
Fuck the
I will.
story.
I would like to use another hope for an experience. This one, I would like to use Arcane Oddity.
Ooh, okay.
In that there's something about rudimentary magic that speaks to whatever powers the arcane runes that just are all over my body. So being able to manipulate that just might come a little bit easier.
Especially runes. Yeah, no, for sure. 100%. Okay.
I don't have like anything else I can do. This is it's fine. Okay. Okay. This is 16 with fear. However, one thing I can do, I'm spending 2 stress to make it into a roll with hope instead.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
for
thanks.
this.
Take the fear away then.
Yes.
All right.
It's mine. Or no, it's not. It's someone's.
The fear goes somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, explain to me what you are going to do. Like, how are you going to like bring this forward?
Okay. Can I get a little bit of a description on like the
Absolutely.
rudimentary like understanding of what this rune means?
Yeah. So, I'll say that at the base of this pillar, what you do see is there are a few rocks that have runes on them. And as you're looking at each of them are the same exact shape. Each of them have a specific face. So with this, you're understanding that one has fire, one has electricity, one has water, earth, and one of them has that same rune, which means open. So what you're understanding, what you come to realize is that these pillars probably have some sort of like key mechanism, and these runes are those keys.
Got it. I'm going to channel energy into the rune on my hand, specifically trying to push it to my fingertips so that I can inscribe with the arcane energy, sort of just barely breaking through the skin, the rune on the pillar itself, with as close to perfect recreation to what I see in the sand as possible.
Okay, so this pillar is shattered in front of you. The one on the other side is still intact. However, there is a base to this pillar if you'd like to try it on that.
Actually, I want to do something even weirder.
Amazing.
I draw the same shape in the space, like just above the pillar, where it would have been, to almost like cause it to like remember, like using like almost like sense memory or like nature's memory or something like that, to like, this is where this point of power was, and I'm drawing on it even though it's physically not here.
Okay.
That was a little head gamey. Sorry.
No, I get it. It's all good. All good.
Okay.
So you're bringing this rune into existence in front of you.
Good.
And what did you roll?
I think it says 16 with hope.
16 with fear, but then you took it away from me. Right.
Okay. Sass. It's Pride Month.
Right.
That's
my
my
bad.
job.
So sorry. As you bring this rune into existence, you see it begin to glow. And you begin to see this side of the bridge coming up, and it hits the bottom of the ice spike. The other side does not move.
Fuck.
This is a two-part key.
God damn it.
So, that brings us over to, I think, Snatch, you wanted to do something. What would you like to do?
I still have the 2 in front of me, if I recall correctly.
Correct, yeah. Two different hordes, packs of blighters.
I think this is the first time that Snatch has been, like, actually hurt in a very long time. This might be his first time actually getting hurt by a chomper. And I think he's going to just put his hand on the wound. His blood looks like liquid moonlight, so he just kind of holds it in his hands. That really hurt. And I think like the light leaves his eyes, and he's just, that really hurt. You can't hurt me, because that will make Crucible upset. And I think he's going to flick the blood. And I am going to use Rain of Blades.
Okay.
It attacks all targets within very close range.
Okay, yeah. So then that would be these two for sure.
And I am going to spend my last hope on it to add the experience I'm worth something again.
Okay.
And yeah, here we go. Didn't plane stop fighting me? Okay, that will be a 15 with. Oh wait, no, that is not what that is. Why? Where's the fear?
There is none. It's only hope.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's here. I'll put it in the Discord. That's double threes. That is a crit success.
Amazing.
Happy
Okay. You send out this rain of blood that has been weaponized into daggers that shoot out to each of these blighters around you. Go ahead and roll damage, what is the maximum amount of damage that you can do first?
2d8 plus 2, so that will be
18 at the start. Amazing. Okay, go ahead and roll.
plus an additional 10.
Okay. So definitely passes their severe. One of the blighter packs, the one that had been attacked by Ilora's whip, that pack, you are able to throw the daggers and kill the rest of that pack. The other one is still alive and kicking. However, definitely most of the numbers of these blighters in this pack have died. So you are thinning the herd, as Roila had said. So that is your turn.
Yep.
Can Roila go?
Absolutely.
Unless anybody. So okay. Roila, seeing that it needs to be activated on the other side, I don't have really enough hope to do the same thing again, but from the opposite. Well, I could, but if anything goes wrong, I wouldn't be able to help. So he's going to try something risky. So Roila is going to spend a stress to swap his weapons, and he is going to swap to his grapple hook. Mm-hmm. He is going to... How far away is the gap? How big is this gap? If it goes... We have an ice bridge that goes halfway.
Sure.
How much more of a gap is left?
So I was thinking of it being that 15 feet. 30 feet, sorry. So you have 15 feet of that ice spike, and then another 15 feet on top of that.
Okay. Roila is going to...
distance, technically.
Gotcha. His mage hand is going to gather at the other end of the grappling hook. As he is holding on to it, he is going to run. As he's running across the ice, turn backwards and cast Power Push and punch the ice to fly backwards into far range to land on the other side.
Holy, what the fuck?
This is pretty fucking cool. And as I've said before,
Yeah.
as we know, what's canon is that I love fucking shenanigans. In this,
Right.
I would classify 100% as shenanigans. So,
Okay.
for this, I will say... Does Power Push have a specific role for it?
That so this is a spellcast roll, and it's just you try to hit a target with a
roll
with
a
melee
spellcast
range.
roll.
Oh, baby.
So you're gonna be really
Block
good
of ice. Just a block of ice. That's all.
or really bad. We shall see.
I believe. Okay, let's see here. That's it.
Oh no! Don't say that.
So, like, what were you looking for?
Right.
Don't forget, get it
I
just
am.
because it was cool.
I'm pulling up the difficulties right now, but this was going to be a slightly raised difficulty. Based on
There's no way to give myself a little advantage. I was like, spinning a haven. All right.
Got any hope?
Any way we can help?
If anyone can think of a way to help.
This seemed like a very solo thing that
Does.
Roila was doing.
True.
However,
Yeah.
I'm not against somebody coming up with something. That's
Okay.
totally fine.
We're talking about
Okay.
shenanigans?
We're talking about shenanigans. We're always talking about
We're in
shenanigans.
shenanigan territory
Motherfucker! Come on!
We just finished establishing that when it comes to rudimentary style magic, especially runic magic, that I can help manipulate it.
Okay.
Roila, your power push, does it rely on a rune?
No. Not at all. This is
I'm old school, baby.
Can you
Straight from
remind
the
me
text.
again?
old school, baby.
well.
Can you remind me again
Let
what
me-
we're trying to
let me-
achieve?
I am trying to get to the opposite side of the gap right now. So my roll is a 12 with fear.
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
I have this ability as a sorcerer called Channel Raw Power.
Okay.
I basically unequip a domain card, and I can either gain hope or enhance the spell to deal damage. Can I combine that with any resource that could give Roila advantage and make the power push stronger to throw him farther, and therefore boost his roll?
How many hope do you have?
I have 2 hope right now.
Perfect. That's actually what I was going to ask for. You spend 1 hope to do that. You
Okay.
spend 1 hope to aid an ally, and I
Okay.
will give you a d6 to roll. However, the difficulty on this, because it's between 15 is average, 20 is hard, I was going to hit a 18. So,
Need a 6.
you need a 6 on this. And it is also with fear, regardless of the roll. So
Yeah.
this is there is going to be some sort of a cost, but this is going to determine whether or not this succeeds or fails.
You ever seen two
Oh, hold on,
spell
hold on.
boys before?
Aid an ally is done by the person using the hope. So Kujo,
you! No, don't put this on me!
his fate lies in your hands.
Kujo, I believe in you. Kujo, I believe in you. You've got this.
And Daniel, even if you rolled a full 6, I would have done the same thing. It looked like you didn't actually roll a 6. It looked
Kujo,
like a little bit lower.
there is no fear tonight. Only
Who knows?
hope, Kujo. Only hope.
Okay.
There's only hope in the room right now.
Oh god. Fuck. I hate this feeling. I hate this feeling. I hate this feeling.
I believe
Fuck
in
you,
you.
Johnny. Okay. Fuck.
Part of the cards.
We all hopeful in the
And you're just
crib.
trying to get to the other side of the bridge.
I'm sorry, you went to the
Hey,
bush.
hey! Are you trying to diminish this cool move, this shenanigans?
I would never do that by saying that men will do everything but ask for help.
Has a flying
Never.
sister.
That'd be crazy.
bathroom. What are we talking about?
What bathroom? I've been here with the camera off trying to get the scarf back.
How was I supposed to know? I was like, well, we can't communicate. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, okay. Blame the headscarf.
You have got to be fucking kidding me. Did you really roll a 6?
I'm putting it in the Discord. I'm putting it in the Discord.
It's good.
I'm putting it in the Discord. Oh my god.
No, I told you. Only hope in the room.
happened.
Only hope in the room.
What?
Fear?
That is fucking
Never heard of her.
insane.
Spell boys.
Holy shit. Well, I still do get a fear. Don't get that twisted. I still get a fear.
Ignore my foot in the
However-
picture, but it's there.
For free?
Oh,
It's a Discord. It's not for the internet.
That is
we get to see the dice and the little piggies.
Shut up.
If you subscribe to Patreon,
Patreon.com/.
you get a big toe.
I had no idea we were going to the market today.
this right now. Oh, so I see you, Husha Kid. Thank you. I appreciate you. Jesus Christ.
Holy
I'm
shit.
sweating.
Wow. That is insane. Okay.
What a rush.
I'll be in my bunk.
Wow. Okay, so shit, yeah. This is a 18 with fear. Okay. You are able to rush to the edge of the ice spike, and as you're running, you look to Ilora and see that she's preoccupied with attacking the blighters that are attacking Snatch. So you take it into your own hands, and you all hear this concussive blast behind you. Part of the ice bridge falls and breaks. But as you land, you slip onto the edge and are standing on one leg, teetering between until you fall back onto your ass, laid flat. Torin, how did you help in this situation? I forgot that was the moment right there. So as he's turning around and trying to push, what did Torin do?
I imagine that he, after finally getting this rune set, turns and sees him essentially flying across and barely lands, and he just goes, "No!" And there is that version, that strange sort of shadowy version of him that's manifested from his anger that seeps from his hand as his own arm like manifests and pushes him over the edge so that he is secure.
I think you also begin to see like runes spiraling behind him as you push him just over the edge as he's teetering. But that was a roll with fear. And with that, this crack of a tree as it snaps and this thing walks forward, this giant hulking blighter. And I'm going to spend a fear to have it rush up and attack. And I will say Kelly's not here, so unfortunately, it's gotta be you.
All right.
However, that was the last fear, so I can't do a bite in this situation. Yay. But there is going to be a yay.
Huzzah!
Just die by trampling. It'll be great.
Okay.
Now, when you say you, who's the you?
Yeah, who is the you?
Right. Yeah, no, it's got to be you, Noir. It's got to be.
Yeah, I thought so. Let's do the dance.
Yeah.
I came here for a good time, not a long time. All right, when I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fuck. Jesus.
Moving on.
What the hell?
Moving on from the butt cheeks comment, we hand to Congress.
That is a 14 on the die.
I am going. Oh,
to 16.
Fuck. Parrying dagger?
Well, I have to roll damage for this.
Yep.
Which is going to be.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I hear multiple dice.
We'll see. We'll see. That is going to be 18.
Oh, that's my
physical
severe damage. Well, let's roll
You
these.
can reduce the damage by 1 tier, so you can make major damage instead.
I rolled a 4 and a 6 on my parrying dagger.
A 4 on a D12 is exactly what you needed. So, that is instead 13 damage.
Yeah.
That shit is so cool.
I will spin my armor to drop it
Sorry,
down.
14, because it was 14.
It's the same
Worst
thing.
build.
Okay. So this
okay.
is minor now. You're taking 1 HP. Okay.
Yep.
Since you take that 1 HP, I'm going to mark a stress for this creature. And by doing so, you are going to be restrained, and you will mark 2 stress from this attack.
Fuck.
Okay.
And when it makes a successful attack, I gain a fear
Okay.
because of its momentum ability.
I just have to see. Over here, we all heard it.
Sick.
It's okay.
Nice.
Sick.
Nice.
Sick.
Since I got a sex attack, I get a fear. Ew. Nice. All right. Moving on. Since I have a fear, do I want to? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to bring it back over to y'all.
I see that Roila has made it to the other side, and I think very similarly to Torin shouting no and then blasting something, Ilora didn't shout anything, but that same feeling like ripped at her chest as she like her wings and went straight to the air. Mm-hmm. She sees he makes it safely, and she sees the big guy has just broken free of what they were trying to keep him restrained with. Is Roila too far to give her instruction?
Close range, 30 feet is totally fine. Yeah, you can call out.
She shouts, "Do you need me?" at the top of her lungs.
He is analyzing the situation, and he goes, "Get everyone back! We're building up the bridge!"
Get everyone back? What does that mean? Okay, slay. Okay, she's going to nod in the air and turn towards the big one, and
you see it grabbing onto Snatch and just holding it in its hand. It looks like it's probably going to go for a bite here pretty soon.
No the fuck it isn't, because Your Honor, I have for you in my hand 2 dice I'm gonna roll, and they are they may not help at all, but I'm gonna try. And because I am now flying, I am gonna spend a hope to try to deal the most massive hit straight to this thing's face.
I think as Snatch is getting lifted up to this thing's mouth, he just kind of nudges at his pocket and looks to grab and go, "Please tell Star and Crucible I'm sorry."
Oh, you ain't gotta tell nobody nothing, babe. That's double threes, first of all. Don't say your goodbyes just yet. Put that letter away. Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage, because you definitely hit. And what is the maximum amount of damage? What are you rolling?
It's 3d8 plus 2.
Okay, so 24, 26 at the get-go.
Wait, really? Oh, crits are cool
you go
in this
max
game.
damage on crit, yeah.
Yay! Yeah! Oh, yay! Okay, so that's another 18 damage on top of that.
Okay, so 26, 18, 34, 44.
Yeah. Can I flavor that 44?
Yes, absolutely you can. Please do.
Does it kill him? Should I not say that it kills him?
It does not kill it.
Bet. Okay, so I raise into the air with my wings extended. Roila gives me the orders. So first, to get everyone into one area, I have to make sure no one's being actively attacked by zombies. I reach my hand up, and I feel like it's like one of those pictures that people angle to look like they're catching the sun as it's setting. But it's just as soon as her hand goes up, the sun is right there. And she looks up and says, "Be this your will. Save him!" And she's going to shove the entire sunbeam straight into like the chest of this thing or shoulder, something that's holding Snatch. I want it to loosen its grip enough that Snatch has some leeway here. As I want to see straight through it. I want to make sure I create a straight window.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think my hand is like shaking as I'm still pointing straight through that window. And it's still Roila's voice. "You're not special. This means nothing." And she's going to dive bomb for it. If that's true, fine. Doesn't need to keep herself safe. She's rushing forward.
Okay. While that is happening, Snatch, I will give you advantage if you would like to try and get out of this thing's grip to break the restraint. But I will put it out to everyone. I believe, Kelly, you haven't gone in a while, so why don't we push over to you?
Okay. Okay. Well, can I simply try to? So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't. How close is the big guy? Did he trip
So,
over
just to
anything on his
describe-
way in, or no?
Just to describe everything that's happening in
Okay.
front of you.
Okay.
The big guy was delayed because of all of the traps, the restraint
Gotcha.
that was happening,
Okay.
all of that. So it just got here this round. It didn't trip over anybody or anything like that.
Okay.
All of the spitters are kind of off to the side, and then this thing kind of had a clear, direct path straight to Snatch. And you still have a horde, a small pack of blighters on you. You could see that the horde that was currently surrounding Snatch has thinned out, but the big one is currently holding Snatch in its hand. And you see that Roila has jumped around, but I don't think you'd probably be looking that way. You'd be looking at the giant pack of blighters in front of you and the one that's holding Snatch here.
Now I have a question. So,
Yes.
where is the wagon or the cart?
You are standing
is it
just
behind me?
in front. It is just behind you. Yeah. Nobody is on it yet.
Could I get on a horse and trample some of the blighters since there's so many hordes?
The horse is currently connected to the cart, so I
Yeah.
would say that it would take
time. That's fair.
it would take time to try and release it. It would at least take one of your actions. It would take a roll to see how quickly you can get through it.
What kind of speed have we been able to get with the horse and the cart? Decent?
If you're talking turning around, not very quick. This
Okay.
is not a turn on a dime kind of cart. This is a
Gotcha.
medieval cart that isn't meant for fucking Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift kind of shit.
Rude.
Yeah, no DKs here. So that
cart's
is
not about family.
This cart's not
all about
trying to
family.
make it be about family. I'm trying.
So, and it is currently facing away from these blighters, so you are very limited in terms of that.
Okay. I see. So Snatch is actually further away from me than these blighters.
Snatch
but
is just next to you.
just next to me. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yes.
You just reminding you do have a pack of blighters just next to you as well, so that's fine. That's totally
That
fine.
is-
You're not going to get an opportunity attack or anything like that. Just wanted to make sure.
I am specifically trying to shoot this thing's hand
Amazing.
to loosen
Okay.
some fingers to help Snatch out.
Okay.
So we're gonna try. And if I make contact, which this is a 13. 13 with hope. Not good enough.
Unfortunately, not good enough.
Hold on. I can, it's an agility check. I'm gonna spend 2 hope to re-roll my hope die with
Okay.
my feline instincts.
Okay.
And hopefully get a little bit higher. We're gonna try it.
Also, the big one is vulnerable and glowing brightly with the sun.
Vulnerable.
So then
Yes.
you would
Does
add
that
a
help? Okay.
I know what it means narratively. I'm not super sure on the mechanics. I know it means
I
got the rules for vulnerable right
It means in
here.
my heart.
When you gain
you have
a
advantage.
vulnerable condition, you're in a difficult position with the within the fiction. This means you're knocked over, scrambling to keep off balance, caught off guard, magically enfeebled, or anything else that makes sense. When the players and GM should work together to describe narratively what happened, and while you're vulnerable, all rolls targeted you have advantage.
Oh, you have
Yep,
advantage
you
on
have
that
a
roll.
D6 added.
So I did add a 4. So that puts me at
Okay.
an 18.
Yeah.
That does hit. So then you can
The
add those
sun.
2 hope back.
And then wait, what did you say, Johnny? I'm sorry.
You can add those 2 hope back because you would have hit
2
with
hope
that
back.
D6.
Okay.
You had the
So-
vulnerability before anyways, so just take the resource.
So
back.
then can I spend 3 hope to use my hold them off?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I can shoot the hand and also shoot the horde around me. So
Okay.
I'm just picturing loosing one. I feel like I have these weird composite arrows where I'm loosing one arrow in the air, and due to the spiral, the arrows literally unravel in the air to make more.
That's so sick. Just shrapnel arrows.
Yes.
It's fucking awesome.
Yes. And we're gonna do. Wait, and do I have anything else I can put on this? When you make a damage roll, mark a stress to add +1 showing you deal. Okay. Was that severe damage or no?
You have to roll damage. You just hit.
Oh, sorry. I'm a silly goose. Hold on. Okay. So that's
The silliest of goose.
15 damage.
15 damage. Okay. Okay. That just hits the major.
So wait, it's minor, major, then severe? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm with you. So I didn't do enough for the Ruthless Predator, but that's okay. That's me.
But you did also deal how much was it towards, do you have to roll damage again for the blighter pack around you?
Yes, I do actually. I'm a silly goose again.
Okay.
Because I forgot I have to do the
Kujo?
different rolls each time.
The silliest of goose.
Thank you.
The first one is going towards the hand on the big boy.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And then the next roll was an 11. And then last roll is a
11
13.
to hit?
No, 11 damage.
The first damage was
They all
11,
hit.
and then 13 for the pack. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Understood. That is not enough for the severe, but that does pass the major. So 2 hit points are marked. Okay. And that was with hope?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. That brings us to...
Go ahead, Snatch.
Okay.
I'm not gonna try and escape.
Okay.
This is not what my talk was about, Snatch. This is not what I wanted. If you want to do what I want, this isn't what I want.
Yeah, fascinating choice. What the fuck?
Yeah. This is
I can hear you.
Me on the other side of the bridge. What the fuck are they doing?
I'm trying, brother. I'm trying.
I didn't realize this thing was
Just
vulnerable,
Hurry, you
and
fools.
it is in combat with another one of my party members. I'm going for the swing.
Amazing. Please do. So it's vulnerable until when?
It says until this condition is cleared. So, Your Honor, respectfully, who the
Understood.
fuck knows?
That's when I
So,
spend a fear to
forever?
stop
Yeah, it's been a fear to.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's still going.
Uh,
Vulnerable.
Nice.
I think in the very same way that he asked the lock to open, I think he's going to ask this thing to stop hurting him. And that's going to be his Ring of Blades.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, and I can get the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a 16 with hope.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
So I get to add my 2d8 plus 2 for Ring of Blades,
Mm-hmm.
an additional 1d8 because he's vulnerable, and then an additional 2d6 because of sneak attack.
Yeah. I'll check that.
Myrtleize them, Snatch.
Murder. Telly that.
Oh, we're talking murder.
Oh, we
Kill
talking
him flat
Moida over
dead.
here.
Moida?
Yeah. Where are we? Where did we go? Is this one of them black and white moving pictures?
Demonize him till he's murdered.
Do we all have fedoras now?
Yeah, we do.
I wish.
28 points of damage.
Yeehaw!
So that hits its major. Or I mean severe.
Okay, God.
How do you want to do this, Snatch? So you're saying, how about this? You are saying, please stop hurting me. I will narrate, saying it's holding you and it's about to bite into you. It is not stopping. So how does this then change to become a deadly attack rather than a persuasive one?
I think Snatch has never asked where the mystical blades come from. It just has been a thing that he could do. So as this thing is holding him over his mouth, and Snatch is going, "Please don't hurt me anymore." The blood drips down this thing's throat. It forms into the shape of a blade, so it's just a blade of moonlight that just cuts from the inside out.
Oh, that's incredible. Okay, so as it travels into its throat, it shunts out these blades from its neck and spins, cutting its neck completely as its head falls to the ground, and its grip on you releases. You land to the ground in the middle of this pack of blighters still, but you do have some movement as part of your action if you would like to run.
If I have a movement, I would like to, and this is gonna cut it close, I'm gonna take a point of stress, leaving myself one last box of stress left to move far distant next to Roila and just collapse. I fall with
I gotta get the
shadow.
birds up first.
Yeah,
If-
Roila,
no,
I think
he can
Roila's
fly.
across the way.
Oh,
If
I forgot
if
about
you were
that.
going to do far distance, this will be a roll.
It was gonna be the shadow step ability.
Shadow step. Understood.
So
Okay.
as Snatch comes falling down, he doesn't hit the ground. Rather, he falls into the shadow, and it appears in the shadow behind Roila.
I do cast a big shadow.
Roila is currently on his ass because of the way that the power push happened. That part of the fear.
Royla's ass
tall.
is huge.
Roila is tall too. Torso
Listen.
up.
Listen, I know that.
Your Honor, Roila's caked up.
Roila.
Roila is caked up. There's mountains of shadow on that other.
Your Honor, I would like to point at Exhibit A. Roila is thick with 8 C's.
Okay,
For
okay,
ass.
okay. I'm gonna go back to the point that I made.
Jiggle
I
physics
will
question mark?
need a roll for this.
Okay.
There is shadow, however, you're gonna need to be pinpoint precise in the way that you're doing this. So, this is going to be a finesse roll,
Oh, okay. Okay.
which I think you're.
In some ways, so
That's-
serious, and in other ways, we are so unserious.
That's not great. That I might have to use an experience. I'm gonna spend my hope to use an experience.
Okay.
The experience is always watching, so I think when he was being held up there, he saw Roila. It kind of mapped it,
Okay. Okay.
and that'll turn this 12 into a 14. It was the best I could do.
It's pretty good. I think it sounds good to me.
14 with
Hope.
hope.
I rolled this.
That is a failure, I will say.
But yo, Ada, he's so thick.
I will.
So thick.
It's not Roila that you're
Oh, it's because
having
I'm not.
issues
It's
with.
not the fact that he is thick. It's the fact that I'm not thick.
It's true.
Obviously. No. The giant blighter that was holding you had casted a giant shadow, but now with it falling to the ground, you counted on this shadow and you were looking towards the shadow that Roila was casting, and as you do, you plummet into the ground. There's no shadow around you. You're not able to jump. So, that is your failure.
Gotcha.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That was not a roll of fear. Is that good? If that?
I have to.
But
Stop.
That was a failure, so we're pushing over to the GM side.
I would like to narrate that on this hard landing, his wing breaks.
Okay. I love it.
I hate
I
it.
love it. I love it. I love it.
No.
All right. You know what? I'll give you a hope for that because that's grade A. Grade A.
use the hope to shadow shift.
Yes. Do it. Do it now.
It's funny.
Remember me as I was.
That's not.
I will.
funny.
In our Discord, Daniel fucking puts a gif of Captain America looking down at the other Captain America in the multiverse and saying, "That is America's ass." And it's funny because you have a shadow fucking clone. So you're on the ground looking at your shadow clone all caked up, like that is.
It's how he checks. It's how he checks progress. It's how he checks.
Of course. Okay, now let's get serious. It comes over to the Blighter's turn, and I think it is time to do a bite attack. So, this Blighter pack that is just next to Snatch, I'm sorry you are getting picked on.
You got no. This is that sauce. Let's do it.
So this is
They
going
should
to
probably
be a
get
bite attack,
advantage.
which I'm taking away my final. No, because you rolled with hope, so you still gain at least a good thing after the failure. That is a 19 on the die.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Thankfully, these are halved because of the amount that you killed with your Rain of Blades. What did you roll on your 2d6?
Oh yeah, that's right. Here we go, baby. Pair your daggers. I need you. A 6 and a 2.
I rolled double 3s.
Fuck.
So that is 7 physical damage of a
that's
bite.
That is minor damage, but that's still.
Use armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the armor.
How many armor slots do you have?
I'm down to my last one.
Okay.
How many more bites are there? Say 2.
There are no more because I have done my fear move. So that brings it back over to y'all.
I would like to rage. No. I am going to unleash some chaos. I've still got 3 tokens worth of it. I may as well use it. These are within far range. So I'm going to do a spellcasting roll and see what happens. I'm specifically targeting the ones around Snatch because I know he's been dealing with a lot of the damage so far. It's a 15 with hope.
15 hits.
Oh, thank God. Jesus. Okay. I am going to pump. I'm going to do 2 tokens. So it's 2d10 of magic damage that I'm just about to deal.
Okay.
Well, it's a solid 10 points of damage. I don't get to add any modifiers to it.
What is the highest roll that you got?
The highest of my fear and hope?
No, your d10s.
I got 2 5s.
Well, it's a good thing that you rolled both because you just hit major, and that's enough to kill it.
Oh, thank God.
So,
I imagine that there are some flashes to that day flashing through his mind as he just sees just this onslaught of hordes attacking. So when he turns and sees Snatch be like threatened to be swarmed, it's multiple waves of this energy coming off of him. It's not even formed like his limbs in that sort of shadowy duplicate version. This is just straight up arcane energy that he's like, no, and he's just until all of these around Snatch are dead.
with each blast, it's just this pulse of energy as it flies off into the forest, as it just explodes from the just sheer chaos of your magic, and all of them are gone. There's one pack and 3 spitters that are still on the battlefield, but Snatch is clear at the moment.
I want to use whatever movement I can to get up to Snatch, grab and like lift him to his feet, and then start like moving so that we can go towards the bridge, or like push him towards so I can move to help Crucible.
Snatch
Okay,
leans
so
into
then-
your chest and just starts to cry.
It's okay.
So
It's okay. It's all right. Just one foot in front of the other. That's all you need to focus on right now. You hear me? That's all you need. Just focus on the movement. Okay? I know. I know. And he's going to actually, in a rare moment, he's going to like hold him close. I know. Listen to me. The pain is the worst, but you have to keep moving forward, okay? One foot.
I was trying to help.
I know. Just get towards the bridge, okay? I'll be right behind you. Just get moving, okay?
okay, that is Torin's move.
Quick
Roila.
question. Can I just push the button and the bridge pop up?
Absolutely. Yeah, the only thing with that is that there are a pile of runic rocks at your feet, and you have to figure out which one is right.
I am going to use Prestidigitation, which can repair a small object. So I will use it in a way where it's like almost reversing time, so that the appropriate rock that is supposed to go into place reverses back into its spot.
Read out prestidigitation for me.
You can perform a harmony. All right, I'll skip to the point that I can. Or repair a small object.
This isn't repairing because it's a key and a lock. So I would say that sort of application would not work in this situation, unfortunately.
Well, then I guess I will make a knowledge check to see.
Okay, you can totally do that. Absolutely.
And then, all right. Oh, that's double sixes. That's a crit.
Incredible. Okay, so
no. Sorry, gotta kill the vibe. No, that wasn't. It was upside down.
was it a 9 and a 6?
Yeah.
So 15. 15 is so good.
That
15 is pretty good.
15 plus 3, so that's a 18 with feet.
Okay. You're quickly looking through each of these runic rocks and like trying. You're like, no. And then you look up and you see the small little rune that's still in the air across the way, and you look close enough and then push the rest of like the 30 different types of runes here to find the right one matching, and then place it. The other side of the bridge moves. However, there is a gap due to that power push and the fear and the absolute closeness that was. However, the bridge underneath it is trying to push through the ice wall. So,
But part of it broke off because I punched it, so it wouldn't be pushing up against it.
So the ice was the thing that you broke off. So the bridge underneath is, if I can do, sorry y'all, the bridge is like this. It's pushing up, but it's not actually going up because the ice bridge is there. You ran onto the ice bridge and pushed off, and it broke a little piece of it at the very end. There's about, it's small, but it's enough for a cart to be an issue. So it's about like 2 feet missing.
Okay.
So you were able to bring over the other side of this this bridge. And remind me, was that with fear or with hope?
It was with fear.
With fear. Okay.
I have been diving with my wings closed in straight for the
Yes.
zombies for a while. I
Yes,
see
yes.
that Snatch goes down and that Torin helps him out and Crucible is left there. I cannot allow that to happen. Can I scoop her and fly with her?
The only thing is that was with fear,
Yeah.
so it's
So it
going to
goes
go
back
over to
to-
the GM for a second.
Okay.
There will be an attack with Crucible.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is gonna be a bite attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend that fear.
Okay.
That is
You got this.
13 on the die, no modifier.
Does not hit me.
Okay. And we go back to our Seraph.
I would like to see all of this happening, and as I watch Crucible kind of dodge out of the way of this bite attack, I'm going to try and curve my body to intercept her in a barrel roll and
Oh, yeah. I can
take
see it.
back to this guy.
Okay. And you're marking a stress to do that, right?
I am.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that that's how it worked. I can't remember how it was.
I guess.
I had a different plan, but Torin got Snatch at least hobbling away. So if I have to make separate loops, I don't know how long this bridge is going to take, which is why, yes, that's all I'm doing for now. I mark 1 stress for that.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so swooping Crucible up. Do you have to make any roll for that or anything, or is it just?
I have to mark the stress. Yeah, that's
Understood.
all.
Okay, you're able to move out of the way with Crucible.
Very special. Look at you.
I fly over to the other side of the bridge and I drop her.
So that would be just past close distance, so it would be within far distance. If you're going to try and make it and clear that entire gap, that would have to be. We'll have to have an agility roll for it.
May I?
Absolutely, please
Sick.
do.
Okay.
If you
what
wanna
is
toss
math? That is wait, you said agility?
Mhm.
I think I have a -1 to agility. Oh no, it's just a +0. Okay,
wanna
so that's a
toss
flat 17, and it is with hope.
Incredible. Then yes, you are able to. You swoop in, grabbing Crucible, and fly with incredible speed across the chasm and dropping Crucible just next to Roila.
I prepare myself to take back off in the other direction.
Okay.
I don't know how plausible the cart getting across the bridge is without letting the entire horde across. So Ilora is fully prepared and dedicated to grabbing everyone one by one if she needs to. And she's preparing to head back over.
Okay. That was with hope. It was a success. Who's up next?
I'll go. After seeing Ilora rush in to save Crucible, I'm going to turn back towards the ice piece that's still blocking the bridge, and basically run up, maybe past Snatch just by a little bit to get up to the cliffside so that I can channel some energy with my runes. Is it within reach? I can reach down, and is it within melee?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's right in front of you. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I am going to use my runes, just straight up use my hand runes to see if I can't blow apart this ice to make way for the bridge.
Okay.
Jarvis, blow up the bridge.
Right away, sir. That is a... wait, math. 16 with hope.
Okay. Daniel, what does the ice spike have any information about how much damage it can take?
That's the beautiful thing about Daggerheart. Everything is beautifully, perfectly vague. Does it say
Okay.
if it has any health, when it disappears?
Yep.
Anything. Yeah.
Okay. So then let's say yes, that definitely hits. I will say that's a good roll. So then go ahead and roll damage, and we'll see where we're at.
God bless it. Parda. Words are hard.
Sound like Joe
Rolling
Pesci.
dice. All right. Oh, that's not the best. That is 12 points of magical damage.
Okay, that's a decent amount. So as you pulse this chaotic energy, focusing them on the runes that you're holding into the ice bridge, you begin to see it spider crack. It is very close to breaking.
Okay. Then how far off is the other horde versus where the cart is?
The other horde was just where Crucible was, which she was in front of the cart. I don't know, Crucible, how far in front of the cart were you?
Not too far.
That's what I figured as well.
Yeah.
So then it's right behind the cart.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Within very close distance, we'll say. So like 10 feet.
I have to. We're not. We need the supplies. With it starting to spider crack, I'm going to then run back towards the cart and see if I can't get it moving.
Okay, so
I'm not anticipating getting it moving yet.
sure.
But at least make my way towards there because we're going to need our supplies. There's no way we can do it without.
Yeah.
I'll say to get back to the cart, this is going to take an agility roll to get yourself set for the next action to then push it forward.
Okay. I really want to use an experience, but I don't know. Is there a limit to how many times I can do that?
No, use it as much as you have hope.
I'm going to use a hope to spend the experience, keep moving forward to give myself a +2. I rolled 2d10. What is wrong with me? Ignore me. I'm here.
Nothing's wrong. Oh wait.
You ever been
I thought
stressed
you
for
said
4
10.
hours?
I don't know why.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why I heard that as like 2 10s, and I'm like,
That
oh,
is
that's not what
I know. That's what I thought at first. Too.
that is an 18 with hope.
Incredible. Wow. Rolling real hot. Incredible. Okay. Yes. So then the end of your turn, you sit, you grab onto the reins, and then you remember, shit, I don't really remember how to do this, but you're going to do it anyways. So that is the end of your turn. Who else is going?
See, are you okay if I go, Noir? Or do you want to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's okay. I'm just following up on what Torin did because I see that Torin's trying to shatter the rest of the bridge. So I take a deep breath, I draw an arrow back, and on the exhale, I'm trying to split it right down the middle.
Okay.
Attempting to.
All right.
That's good. That's a... Wait, let me see if I can get that higher. Hold on. I'm going to do my...
Let's see if I can get that higher.
Let me
Fucking
see.
love that.
Can you take me higher?
I can. That's a 19 with hope.
Amazing. Okay. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your
Okay.
damage.
2d6 plus 6.
Y'all, I've bitten off my nails.
That's
So much.
No, I
I
had
know.
the same bad habit.
Man.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
working
that's
on it.
17 damage.
Nope,
17 damage. It goes cracking through the ice, shattering it as the bridge comes back up, clearing that distance, and now both bridges are up. And you still have a horde and 3 spitters that are right behind you. So, let's go back over to you, Noir. What is Snatch doing?
I think Snatch is struggling to get back to their feet, but
Come on. Because you're right next to me, right?
Crucible
no.
is
Oh, that's right.
He's still across the bridge from you guys.
right behind the car.
Oh, okay.
Get up! I think it's just a combination of Torin going one foot in front of the other, and it's Crucible telling him that you gotta come back. I'm gonna mark my last stress, which will make me vulnerable. And he is going to find darkness, because it's not just shadow, it's darkness in general.
Oh yeah, no, for sure you can do it now. 100%. It was just the fact that you were in that like, really
I loved
tense. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. Like I think I kind of like it. I kind of liked it being he was so used to doing it in shadow that this is where he learns to use all darkness, where it's just remembering his friends trying to push him and like kind of realizing for the first time it's not a game. And just for the drama of it, he's gonna fall off the bridge, and instead of hitting the ground, it's landing next to it.
Love it. Okay. Falling down into the bridge of the shattering ice, you go as the sun is up to your left. It's casting that shadow just below it, and as you disappear, Torin, you see Snatch rushing off before gone, and then appearing on the other side, just next to Ilora, who is currently standing. And I Roila, you could have stood up at this point. So, yes. So, that leaves one person on the other side of this bridge. Can you please roll a finesse roll to cross this bridge, Kujo?
Jesus. Okay.
Unless somebody else has something that they would rather do.
I do have something I can help with, but not if if I don't have time to get to the other side. I can't do it from here, so it's something I can prepare.
Get to the other side. It's within close distance.
Yeah. I know that Torin is not great at driving the cart. I take off. I look at Roila and see that like Crucible and oh my god, brain fart. I almost said Noir. That's not your name. Snatch are right behind me. And I'm like, all right, that's almost everyone. And I'm just gonna go straight over there and land standing where you usually sit to drive the cart. I'm gonna use my whip. If I crack it, I can push anything that is in melee range far. I want to make them move. I'm not, because they're attached to the cart. So if I crack the whip, they have to go.
They're not attached to the cart yet.
The horses?
Oh, the horses.
Yeah. I'm using this for the horses to get them to go fast.
Were we carrying it by hand?
I was like, I couldn't
Palm of your hand. The mage hand. The mage hand.
Guys, I brought the horse.
All right. So, cracking it to make them push forward. Okay.
I'll mark a stress to do that because I want them to go as fast as possible, and I don't want to leave it up to a roll. I would rather mark a stress to do it.
Okay. Kujo?
You cracking a whip?
Indeed.
Do we get a good yeah?
From Ilora? No. She goes, Tally-ho!
Incredible.
Cheerio.
Torin will have advantage on this roll.
Okay.
I will say.
Jesus.
You got this.
If something goes wrong, I'm prepared to talk to the
You got
horses to guide
an
me
extra
through this.
D6 too. You got this.
Yeah, I know. 14. No, I'm sorry. Wait, no. I mean, fucking, that's 2 4s. I can't fucking think. Johnny, this is what you do to me. I can't recognize a crit.
Can't recognize the crit.
It's because the crit colors look like the goddamn...
It's the fear in the room with us.
Fear.
Fear in the
Hold on. I need you guys.
No, it is not. Amazing. Kujo.
I'm so proud of you.
Please tell me, how does this happen? What do you do to cross the bridge?
I think the moment that Ilora shows up at his side, there's this not comfort, because we're not at that level, but there's a reassurance, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this alone. And with the crack of the whip and the startle of the horse, I just essentially like try to gesture as much as I can, but also just hold on as the cart just starts taking off down the bridge. And I'm going to shout to Roila as we approach the other side, get ready to remove the rune.
I'm holding.
Just course straight through.
Okay. So, you crack onto the whip, Ilora, and as you do, the horse giddies and just passes over the stone bridge as fast as possible. Torin, you're able to pull it back as you land onto this central like island, this central pillar where the checkpoint is. And just when that happens, Roila, you take off the rune.
No, I hold it. I wait for more of them to start crossing.
Amazing.
And then I use prestidigitation to yank out the rune.
Okay. So the rest of that blighter pack comes rushing forward, and you let them off you let the rune off of the pillar as it falls, and each of them begin to plummet. You see the spitters on the other side that are just watching. You see the acid coming from their mouth, but for the sake of brevity, you are all able to dispatch them quickly. Here we are on the central pillar where the checkpoint is. You have a moment to breathe.
Snatch. You all right?
Yes.
No, he's not.
Thank you for helping me.
You're missing a wing.
There's no words. Ilora is not trying to comfort. Ilora is just straight healing. I think she just scoots over next to Snatch and begins to hum as her hands very gently, kind of like soothingly, straighten your wing back out. I'm going to cast Mending Touch with the last hope I have. And it's going to either, or the last two hope I have, to either clear a hit point or a stress, in order to help a little bit here.
I will leave this decision up to you, Noir. Does that fix the wing?
I was gonna ask the table if I could be a little shitter.
Absolutely.
With fairies being so naturally attuned to nature, I think that something more is required to heal the wing. I think a statement of something that you love is required.
Understood.
I love that.
Do you say that out loud as I'm trying to heal and I'm realizing it's not really working?
Yeah.
Something I love. Right.
It's not my wings that lets me fly. It's how I see the world. And it's broken now.
No, Snatch, it's not broken. And she's going to, instead of going from like massaging your wing, her arms actually come around you to like embrace you and hold you a little closer. And she goes, do you know how I know it's not broken?
How?
There's an entire school of children back home. When they laugh, when they play, it's just like you, Snatch. This is the only world they've ever known. And they love it so much. They love being children, living in the world.
Snatch is going to say, and it's going to come out in a voice that, and I'm sorry for this, Kujo, sounds a little bit like Torin's. That laughter isn't worth the world that it costs.
Oh dear. It's the only thing that's worth anything anymore, I fear. It's all right. Think on it, yes? I love those kids. We all love those kids. That's why we're here. And she'll kiss the top of your head, almost absent-mindedly, as if you're one of those kids that comes into her clinic. She doesn't move her arms, but she's not going to say anything else. She declares what she's really on this trip for. And she just is going to hum to you and make sure you're not alone with your thoughts for too long or without any comfort or warmth for too long.
At the kiss on the forehead, he shrinks like a scared kitten, and the humming kind of lulls him into not a sleep. Well, it's the kind of sleep that a stubborn kid tries to fend off.
Yeah.
He talks just enough to prove that he's not sleeping.
Absolutely. And she humors that without patronizing. Like it's a comforting type of stubborn against napping time that she's used to quite a bit when someone comes in from class with a headache, but they really just don't want to be in school. She's talking to you. She goes, you're so good at appearing out of the shadows that my light casts. It's quite funny, actually. It's like a Jack-in-the-Box. Have you ever seen a Jack-in-the-Box, darling?
I like your light.
I like your shadows, dear. It's good. You're good.
Listen, everyone. We'll rest up before we head into town. We very clearly have a lot of resting that needs to be done and tending to wounds. But, good job. All of you. Good job.
Thanks, Coach.
I can help with the healing. I can help.
I'm definitely up, by the way, Crucible.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Listen,
that was a whole horde.
It's been a hard couple of days, alright?
Yeah.
It's
No,
been
I
a hard
understand.
couple of days.
I'm just saying, keep that in mind for the future.
Oh, I will, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point I did look over here and you were sitting on your ass, so.
Yeah. It's a nice house.
Alright.
I worked very hard for it.
There's a moment when he hears that and Torin actually smirks and turns to look and then realizes it's Roila saying that. I'm going to go check the checkpoint, see if there's food, stuffs, supplies. And he's going to isolate a little.
As you start to walk off, just in his sleep, you hear, "Thank you, Torin."
He just shakes his head and just goes inside.
As you all gather yourselves and set up for a rest, the camera pans out to see multiple breaks in the canopy of the forest that you had just entered, where you find hundreds of blighters. And when we finally come back down, we find at the very start of it, this broken, dilapidated, covered sign that says Caution. Blighter hordes everywhere. And we fade to end tonight's session. Holy shit, y'all. That was close. It's never gotten that close before. Well, I mean, geez. There's only been 2 other combats, but this...
The next episode is a vacation episode, actually.
Right.
Beach episode.
Yeah.
It's where
Beach episode.
Yeah, beach episode.
Uh-huh.
Checkpoint Airbnb.
Oh my god, please. There's a hot tub.
Air conditioning.
All right. Well, let's go around the table, tell everybody who we are, and then we're going to raid out. Let's start with Daniel.
Hey gang, how's it going? My name is Daniel K. Hargrove, also known as Daniel the DM across all corners of the internet. And guess what? I'm playing games all over the place. Tomorrow I'll be over on Forgotten Adventures playing Fears and Fortunes. It's a great game, having a good time with my lovely co-star and also the person who plays as my sister. Take it away, Meadow!
Hi. Howdy, I'm Meadow. I have been Meadow and will hopefully continue to be Meadow in the future, but who's the fuck to say? You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Howdy Love Darlin or Howdy Love Darlin GM, as Daniel aptly named. We are going to be on Fears and Fortunes tomorrow on Wednesdays. Thursdays, you can catch me on Hex Heist at my own channel. Tuesdays, you can find me here. We are doing a bunch of recording of stuff. So on Saturdays and Fridays, you can find me over at Records of the Realm at Code Lyoko, and I'm also nominated for a bunch of Crit Awards. If you haven't voted yet, I don't know how you forgot this long. It's been there's only 5 days left. But go ahead and put me in for everything. I love being a placeholder. I'm such a good placeholder.
100%.
Just put me right in there. Just slide me in. If you're like, oh, I don't know anybody in this category, slide me in there. Love that. Thank you so much. I pass it over to Kelly.
Not me. Hi, I'm Kelly, or the Kellhap across the internet. Where can you find me? You can find me in the audio drama Era 313. You can find me in the audio drama 1.7 Miles to Lake Wanata. You can find me here, and you can find me in just random little games around the internet. And there are so many Crit Award nominated people in here. Go vote for them. They're brilliant. They're fantastic. I love playing with them every week. They have made me a better player because they are all next level. It's just, I love being here and telling this story with all of you. Don't hide from these feelings, Meadow. This is real. Kujo, get back up here. It's your turn. Kujo, it's your turn. Get up.
Hello. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Kujo. You can find me all over the internet as either Kujo Plays Games for my personal ramblings and pro wrestling stuff for the next couple months, or you can follow Critic Chronicles for official show updates, highlights, that sort of thing. Right now, Tuesdays, congratulations, you found us. It's Bitten. Wednesdays, starting tomorrow, we are picking up some D&D over on Nerd Immersion. We have been off of that game for close to a month now, so it's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. Planning a wedding that my friends who betrayed me are, and it's great. Thursdays, you can catch us for Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Critical Role. Fridays, you can catch us for Shadows Over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to the award-winning video game. You can catch my voice on Road to Hell, which the 3rd episode comes out this Thursday. So if you're into Vampire the Masquerade or World of Darkness, go check out that Hunter the Reckoning podcast. It's been a lot of fun. And if you're going to be at Gen Con, come and say hi at the Kobold Press GM's panel. We had to double the room size because we sold out in like 5 minutes. Yeah. So come and hang out because
popular.
Yeah, that's cool. And yes, the Crit Awards nomination or the voting is still open. There are 5 days left. You should go and vote for all of these wonderful people because they are incredibly talented and deserve your support. And then I'm going to popcorn it over to Noir, darling.
Hi, I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitch. I don't know why I say it like that. Twitch, Threads, the whole shebang bang. What am I doing? Stuff. It's not important. I'd rather pick this. Vote for all my friends on the Crit Awards. It's very important. Also, fuck Ice and No Kings. And finally, the thing that I really want to pitch is Ironheart comes out today. A lot of people have
Yep.
been review bombing it. Please support a black female superhero. She's badass. So go watch that and then review it everywhere and give it a thumbs up. All right, that's me. The last thing I want to say is y'all need to learn to step your hide game up. I mean, come on, it's like you got to try.
That's so you're so rude to me. You're so rude to me. And everyone here.
Well,
And we're gonna cry about it if you don't come back.
there they are. Well, everybody, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. It's been terrifying for both of us, the players and the GM. I'm Jonny. I am the GM of Bitten, as well as talking XP all over the internets. If you want to learn how to play Daggerheart, I have a series that I'm continuing to work on that's on my YouTube page, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on it, so it's a good place to start. And what else? I do other things all over the internet, but this is
You
my
do all the
this
things.
is my big thing. I
You're
do
very
a lot of
popular,
things.
Jonny. You're excellent at what you do.
I'm trying to be better. Thank you. I appreciate that.
How can you be better when you're already the best?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
Where's there
There is
to
a
go?
limit. There's a limit. Okay.
Yeah, the ceiling.
Reaching that limit right now. I cannot tell everybody how much I appreciate all the viewers and all the people at this table. This has been leagues better than I could have expected. And I am just so thankful for everyone here. I literally couldn't have done this without y'all. So, with that, I also have to pick a winner for the Sirenscape thing.
I accept.
because I
Which is
totally
Oh my
Meadow.
God, it's Noir, nigga.
You already
That's
decided.
me.
Is it the Enigma Noir? All right, I'll give you a code. And with that, we're going to go ahead and send a raid on over to Sir Pfeffers.
Sviet. Well,
Thank you so much.
yeah. To those in
ahead.
our chats, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you.
Sincerely, it's so
Yeah.
nice to have people enjoying this with us.
Yeah.
It's so good.
We
I
appreciate
describe my
you.
love as yandere. You're not watching other streams, are you, chat?
So anyway,
Go, Sir Pfeffers.
we're going to raid Sir Pfeffers. We love you. We appreciate you. Please be nice to each other. Fuck ice, no kings. And we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.